Starboy and Stargirl. By Ashenafi. Int. Villa, living room, bathtub, night. We see wine glasses, a bottle of cognac, and rose petals. A handsome young man named Mickey and a beautiful girl named Diana sit in the bathtub that is placed in the middle of the living room surrounded by candles. He is behind. She is resting on his chest with close eyes. Mickey is reciting poetry down by her neck. Mickey, why do hearts dream? Only feel the truth as sublime light thou beam. Eyes that lure kingdoms into ecstasy. Lips that win heart over eternal glory. The dawn of thy beautiful face only the morning sun shifts, and dares a white rose with its finest gold and pink rays, and sets deep within Venus's each skin cell phase before time and space, still it won't match, or come close to thy timeless beauty and eternal grace. And shall I measure up thy pure heart to moon high, while thou art brightening my soul like the morning stardust in the oceans, and the twilight in the glorious sky? Because all my heart wants to do is to fall deeply and feverishly in love with thee till it gets hotter, court you on the land, walk thee on the water, change my religion, and believe in Goddess the Mother, Goddess the Holy Spirit, and Goddess the Daughter as if love were the only thing that should matter. Kiss thee French and die in my soul as if thy tongue were made to cut hearts and slaughter, and my heartbeats should replace rose petals in the skies that love and craving set on fire and scatter. Yet, I shall be kissed by thee tenderly, and resurrect from the dead. Forget I have ever bled, neither put my heart together with a needle and thread, nor got caught in bloodshed and kisses that shred. Caress thy neck, collar bonds, breasts, and belly when you feel happy, blue, content, and even dread. However, let me return to thy eyes and tells thee what I know. Thy beautiful eyes incandesce luminosities more precious than anything I have ever seen in heavens, radiant and scintillating, which the stars in the skies correspondingly takes for granted in the night, but thine are matchless like diamonds in candlelight. It's the reason that hearts and flowers fall in love at first sight. She smiles in beauty. He kisses her on the shoulder. She opens her eyes, turns, and gives him her lips. They kiss intimately. Fade to black. Credit sequence. Starboy and Stargirl. Fade in. Int. Central booking Hollywood, night. Close up, Diana. Diana, 25, who is a movie star, gets a mugshot at a local Hollywood police station. Diana, mugshot. 1, on the right side of her face, flashlight. 2, on the left side of her face, flashlight. 3, on the front, she winks at us and gives the camera a classic middle finger as the last flashlight takes her image. Int. Police station, questioning room, morning. Close up, Diana. She smokes a cigarette while waiting for someone to come and have few words with her. Int. Police station, main room, morning. A typical LAPD police station at Hollywood. We see police officers writing reports, questioning witnesses, chatting, talking on phones, and others. Close up, Jake. A tranquil man, Detective Jake Nash, 38, walks at the direction of the camera. Then comes an attractive Latino woman officer Raquel Martinez, 33, and approaches Jake. She is holding Diana's file. Raquel, when are you going to take me out? Jake, whenever you're free. Raquel, I'm free at dinner. Jake, dinner is bad time. I am expecting a company. Raquel, is it your wife? Jake, it's her birthday. She wanted me to take her out a nice seafood dinner. She hits him on the stomach with Diana's file playfully. Raquel, you are a freak. Jake, why is that? Raquel, seafood is good for sex. Jake, I didn't know that. Raquel, anyway, here, your favorite movie star is in trouble. Gives him Diana's file, good luck. I have to run to the ladies' room. I drank a lot of water. My bladder is going to explode. He looks at the file as Raquel walks away in the background. Int. Questioning room, morning. Close up, Diana. She crashes her cigarette on the ashtray, takes out another cigarette from her cig box, and places it on her mouth. Before she lights it, Jake enters in ease. Jake, good morning. She pulls the cigarette out of her mouth. Diana, good morning. Jake, Miss Hayes. She interrupts him. Diana, just call me Diana. Jake, I'm Detective Jacob Smith. Throws the file in front of her. You're here for numbers of charges, including driving under the influence of alcohol, possession of marijuana, driving a vehicle without a license, reckless driving as well as possession of 1 kilo cocaine with the intent to distribute. Do you have anything to say? Diana puts the cigarette on her mouth. Jake lights the cigarette for her. She takes a drag and breathes the smoke out seductively. Diana, I won't say anything till I speak to my lawyer. Jake, takes her file. Don't bother, I'll send your case straight to the judge for hearing. You will be out of here in no time. Thanks for your time. Diana, anytime. As Jake is about to walk away. Diana, detective. He looks at her. She takes another drag and gives him the cigarette. Jake takes the cigarette. Diana exhale the smoke. Diana, I would like to make a phone call. Jake takes a drag, and nods, okay, as he breathes out the smoke. He gives her the cigarette back and walks away. On the soundtrack, Douse France by Charles Trent plays melodiously. Diana continues to smoke. Int. Wilshire Beverly Hill Hotel, Mickey's bedroom, morning. Mickey, 29, an actor in the making of a legend, Sleeps cuddling an enchanting young actress named Lillian Mancini, 22, next to his heart. Lillian, who is naked, opens her eyes, and looks at him. He is sleeping like a baby. She kisses him on the cheek, gets up from the bed without a single drop of cloth, and walks toward the direction of the camera. Bathroom, morning. Lillian comes to the bathroom, gets into the shower, and begins to take a shower. Kitchen, later. Lillian, wearing towel around her head and a shower gown, places Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal on a bowl, and puts the box on the table. She opens the refrigerator, grabs a jar of milk, and adds the milk into the cereal. Lillian puts the milk back to the refrigerator, grabs the bowl, and heads to the bedroom. Bedroom, morning. Mickey, who has just gotten up, sits on the edge of the bed with the blanket below his waist. Lillian enters the bedroom with the bowl of cereal as Mickey yawns up and stretches his hands. Mickey, what time is it? Lillian, time for morning sex. He smiles softly. She approaches him and sits on his lap. They kiss. Lillian, I don't feel like going to the set. She feeds him a spoon of cereal. Lillian, I'm exhausted from last night. Mickey swallows the cereal. Mickey, I didn't know you were planning to kill me. I thought you were possessed by a sex demon. She smiles softly. They exchange soft kisses. Lillian, it's one of those nights a girl has to go through. I just couldn't help it. You know, I felt I must have a breathtaking sex, that would leave my heart at brink of death. Mickey, if you put it down like that, I have no comment. They kiss French. Lillian, I'm addicted to sex. They kiss more intimately. He takes the bowl from her hand. On the soundtrack, Douse France plays with full volume. Mickey puts the cereal on the floor. Lillian gets up, removes her shower gown and the towel from her head, pushes him, gets on top of him, and kisses him. Close up, Lillian and Mickey. They kiss more seductively. Then, Lillian caresses his chest with her lips, and descends. As she is about to give him oral pleasure, he quickly brings her closer, and kisses her. They kiss more intimately. She then slowly goes down and begins to give him oral pleasure off-screen. EXT Highway, Truck, Day. We are watching a clip, one of Mickey's movies, Beautiful Sin of the Heart. On the soundtrack, American Beauty by Lenny Kravitz plays melodiously. A truck comes at the direction of the screen. Int. Truck, moving, day. Two men in their mid-30s, Kurt, who is behind the wheel, and John, who is sitting in the passenger seat, drive in the middle of nowhere. EXT Highway, Day. The truck continues to move along the highway. Out of nowhere comes a black Mercedes convertible on the screen, speeds and passes the track and disappears from the camera. Int. Truck, moving, day. John and Kurt look at each other as if they were saying, who the fuck is that? EXT black convertible Mercedes, street, day. Mickey, wearing sunglasses and a black tuxedo, stands next to his Mercedes, blocking the street while smoking a cigarette like Sylvester Stallone in Cobra. Int. Truck, moving, day. Kurt and John see Mickey. Kurt, who is that? John, whoever that piece of cunt is, don't stop. Just run over the motherfucker. EXT Mercedes, street, day. Close up, Mickey. He takes a drag, lifts his eyes, and glances at the camera. The truck drives toward Mickey with full speed. As the truck comes driving within few feet, Mickey looks at it. The truck pulls within inches of Mickey's face. Mickey exhales out the cigarette at the truck with style as it stops completely in front of him. EXT truck, desert, minutes later. We are behind the truck. Mickey looks at John, who is retrieving a bag of cocaine from Domino Sugar Box. Kurt is standing next to him. We don't hear what they're saying due to the music, American Beauty, on the soundtrack. John gives Mickey the cocaine. Mickey pulls out a switchblade from his pocket, cuts the bag, and tastes the cocaine to make sure it's good. Mickey nods his head, it is good. Then out of nowhere come FBI, Custom, and DEA officials, driving, and surround them. The law enforcement agents get out of the car and point their guns at the suspects. There is a police helicopter flying in the sky. Mickey acts cool. The bad guys surrender without a battle or flight. Desert, later. Kurt and John stand handcuffed. An FBI agent, Chad Marshall, 44, asks Mickey few questions. We don't hear what they're saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Meanwhile, we see agents, DEA, Customs on the background recovering the drugs. Close up, Mickey and Agent Chad Marshall as they continue to talk. Then, out of nowhere snipers, off-screen, shoot Agent Chad on the forehead. He goes down. Snipers, off-screen, continues to take out each one of them who happens to be in the area, FBI, DEA, Kurt, John, etc. They kill everybody on the spot, except Mickey. Close up, Mickey. He takes out a cigarette and places it on his mouth. He then changes his mind, pulls the cigarette out of his mouth, and throws it away with style as he walks toward the direction of the camera. Montage. A quick take of Hollywood. The Walk of Fame, tourists who happens to be in the area, the big sign of Hollywood, and others. We then come to Universal Studio. Int. Studio, movie set, day. Alicia Anderson, 29, a seductive actress, sits on a staircase at a porch in the set of Beautiful Sin of the Heart with animated night. Dominic Ray Jackson, a charismatic man, 33, comes behind her from the living room carrying a briefcase. He places the briefcase next to her. She looks at him in seduction and gives him a beautiful smile. He sits next to her. Alicia, do you believe we are the master of our fates, which choices that we make in life shape our destiny? Dominic, fate is illusion that gives choice and determination the benefit of the doubt in action we take without misconception. She smiles in beauty. There is a pause. She then. Alicia, I dreamed about you last night. Dominic, what's it about? Alicia, take a wild guess. He looks at her eyes. She gives him a soft seductive smile. He senses she is up to no good. Dominic, let me go, beloved, before I get in trouble. He gets up to leave. She places a cigarette on her mouth. Out of nowhere appears a zip lighter on Dominic's hand. He lights her cigarette. Alicia, thanks. Dominic, anytime. Alicia, take care. Alicia gives him a wink, and crosses her legs. Her right leg hangs up in the air with her toes pointing straight. It could be intentional, as if she were telling him to give her foot massage. We don't know. Yet, Dominic reads her mind, sits in front of her, his right knee is in the air, just above the ground, takes her leg with style, and kisses her foot softly. Dominic, in French, may God's love shine in your heart and light your soul. Alicia, amen. He gets up. Dominic, lumière de l'amour. Alicia, grand amour. Jimmy, off-screen cut. The director Jimmy Valentine, 40, gets up from his director chair. He looks like young George Clooney, cool, calm, and collective. Jimmy, that's perfect. I just need a little clean up. On the background, we see the usual camera crew activity, grips, assistants, and other moving around. Jimmy, to Dominic, when you kiss her, I want you to feel her present. Jimmy approaches Alicia where she is at, sits in front of her with his knee on the floor, and takes her foot. Jimmy, Grace, just be yourself. To Dominic. I want your knee on the floor like I am sitting, and kiss her foot as soft as her heart. Jimmy kisses Alicia's foot, demonstrating. Dominic, I get it. Jimmy gets up. Jimmy, before we do another take, let's take 30 minutes break. Dominic, sure. He walks away. Alicia gets up and comes up to Jimmy as the crew scatters in the background. Alicia, to Jimmy, anything you want to add? Jimmy, humorously, nothing I want to subtract from you. He gives her a soft kiss on the lips. She kisses him as well. Alicia, what is this diva treatment? Jimmy, what do you mean by diva treatment? They exchange soft kisses. Alicia, I hope you are not doing this for me. Jimmy, I'm doing it for myself. They kiss. Hint. Alicia's dressing room, day. Alicia and Lillian are in the dressing room, doing cocaine as if it were back in style. Alicia sits on a chair, facing the mirror. Lillian sits on top of the mirror table with a cigarette. They are in the middle of conversation, involving plastic surgery, as Alicia cuts and lines cocaine with a credit card. Lillian, most men, the older they get, the more attractive they look. Like Jimmy. Alicia gives her a look. I am not saying I would sleep with him behind you. But he is charismatic. Something about him is mysterious. I do not know what it is. But it can only be described by 18th century romantic novels. Or perhaps Margaret Mitchell, who wrote Gone with the Wind, could have described him better. She had Jimmy in her mind for Rhett Butler instead of Clark Gable. Alicia, cutting the cocaine, I know what you mean. He is handsome. But if you want to sleep with him, you can have my sensible blessing. I wouldn't hold it against you. Lillian, whatever. Alicia, seriously, if you have a crush on him, I can arrange threesome. Lillian, thanks. But no thanks. I don't have a crush on him. You know, I am using him for analogy. Men get better with age like wine. But women, I know, once they reach a certain age, they fall apart. I mean, if it wasn't for a plastic surgery, some of them would have been sent into death row and get electrocuted. Alicia smiles softly. Alicia, you're too young to talk about plastic surgery. How old are you? 19. Lillian, I am 22. Alicia, you are still too young to know the difference between right and wrong. Lillian, I can go to a club and drink till my liver turns into blue. I then get coked out and have a mind-boggling sex with the cutest guy in the club. Alicia is not surprised to hear that. Alicia, it's good. But just don't let this show business get the best of you. It's the other way around, get the most out of it. Marilyn Monroe looked more beautiful and arousing in her mid-30s than in her 20s. Sharon Stone didn't reach her sexual peak till she was 32. You know, I read an article. It said, when a woman gets involved in a romantic relationship instead of engaging in a casual sex, that's when sexual energy leaves her heart, and fills her skin with supernatural beauty. Lillian, that might explain a lot of things about our sensuality, except we can't help but go out and fuck every actor and director for the sake of love. Alicia smiles softly. Alicia, I hear you. Alicia snores a big line of cocaine and shakes her head. Alicia, fuck me. There is a pause. She then. Alicia, another way to get by in this business. Alicia passes the dollar to Lillian. Lillian takes the dollar and gives Alicia the cigarette. Alicia takes the cigarette. Lillian lines the cocaine with the credit card as Alicia smokes with style. Lillian, lining the cocaine, did you hear about Diana? She got arrested last night. Alicia, I heard. Lillian, I think she's having a mental breakdown. Alicia, she will be okay. Lillian, I hope so. I have nothing against her, except sometimes, she can be a bitch. Alicia, what did Mickey say? Lillian, he didn't say anything. There is a pause. Lillian, she called him this morning. Gets down from the table. I broke up with him. She snores a big line and holds her nose. In a beat, tears fills her eyes. She sits back on the table. Lillian, I love him so much. I can't even begin to think of the truth, or tell a lie. Sometime as much as I want to take, I want to give everything I have from the bottom of my heart. And as much as I want to live, I want to die. That's the irony of my life. EXT courthouse, day. Paparazzi, medias, and fans surround the place to hear the outcome of Diana's status. Pan 2, a full tent hammer. It's parked near the court. Int. Hammer, day. Mickey is behind the wheel, waiting for Diana while editing and reading what he just wrote on his notebook. Note, at the same time, we see Diana and Mickey spending quality time at various locations in France in flashback/montage/superimpose. Mickey, voice over delicious love, they said, heart is organ of fire. But why is it every time I see thy face my soul gets consumed with desire? Thou art French kiss. Rose wine that's fermented and distilled in Paris, at the Notre Dame Cathedral. And for all that's worth living and dying in pain. I try not to think about thee in vain. Afraid of getting tormented and going insane. But thy eyes that are composed of enchanter's nightshades, turquoise ivies, abode of the bright stars, and wild meadow yonder, are designed to seduce a man into praising, a beautiful goddess and infinite universe of her creation. And like two black holes in deep emerald sea, they pull everything that seeks love without vanity. And thy lips are fountain of passion, roses bouquet and scarlet carnations. They make my heart go down on its knees. And make my essence pray, lead me into love, for the beauty, the fervor, and the splendor are thine. And my quintessence can only dedicate tulip and honey to thy lips till we make the best out of fever, and give new meanings to love, passion, romance, and sexual intercourse. And above everything, I would consecrate lotus and strawberry daiquiri to thy tongue without mentioning of the source, however, sanctifies camellia to acknowledge the existence of a goddess and a universal life force. Till thee lift my heart with a kiss, and crucify my soul on the cross. Love leaves my lungs in the air breathless with serendipity, which my rib bones think I have devil's own luck like a coin that once I had to toss. Pain disappears in the atmosphere like everything that is labeled as a gloss. And my liver can't help but scatter across the cosmos like fabulous yellow Roman candles and Italian sauce. Montage, France. Note. We would see the following scenes with the poem. Mickey and Diana kiss in Eiffel Tower. Mickey and Diana take a walk holding hands at Arc de Triomphe. Mickey and Diana visit Notre Dame de Paris. Mickey and Diana shop in a fashion store at Champs-Élysées. Diana comes out of the dressing room, wearing a beautiful gold translucent gown, and shows Mickey the dress. Mickey can't believe how beautiful she is. Cut to. Diana gets out of the dressing room, wearing an enchanting yellow dress, and shows Mickey the gown. He is mesmerized by her sense of style. Cut to. Diana gets out of the dressing room, wearing an alluring orange dress, and shows Mickey the gown. He is speechless. Cut to. Diana comes out of the dressing room, wearing a tempting lavender gown, and shows Mickey the dress. He tells her she looks sexy. Cut to. Diana gets out of the dressing room, wearing an enticing red gown, and shows the dress to Mickey. He tells her she looks breathtaking. She walks up to him, puts her arms around his neck, and kisses him French. They kiss more intimately. Cut to. Mickey and Diana take a walk at Champs-Élysées, holding shopping bags. Mickey and Diana look at a couple of interesting paintings at Louvre Museum. Mickey and Diana look at interesting painting at Musée d'Orsay Museum. Mickey and Diana take a walk over in a bridge over Seine River. Mickey and Diana visit Palace of Versailles. Mickey and Diana take a walk on the beach at French Riviera in sunset, conversing. They then stand lips to lips, talk between soft kisses, and kiss French. Mickey, voice over sweetheart, give me a clue. Love has never felt so true. I swear I will never make you feel blue. Don't you know that fever is created above everything for me and you? I will do anything to make you feel brand new as if I washed your body with dew, and your hair with shampoo. Yet, I only request for your love to control fever that not only drains every water and electrolytes in my body, but also acts like a boss, and give order to passion, which refuse to compensate me to my loss. Int. Mickey's car, day. We are back to Mickey. He doesn't seem that happy about it or something. We don't know. He just tosses the notebook in the backseat. Int. Police station, Captain Scott's office, day. Captain William Scott, 49, sits at his desk, checking Diana's file. There is a knock at the door. It's Jake. Captain Scott, come in. Jake enters in ease. Captain Scott, looking at the file, have a seat. Jake takes a seat. Captain Scott, the actress. Jake, Diana Hayes. Captain Scott, Miss Hayes. There is a pause. He looks at a file. Captain Scott, how did she end up here with a kilo? Jake, no word yet. She refused to talk. Captain Scott, did Mr. Steinberg know about this? Jake, he got the hush-hush. There is a pause. Captain Scott continues to look at the file. Captain Scott, I just talked to Edward, DA, about the case. We might have to let her go free. He said the police weren't supposed to search her car without a warrant. They just took advantage of her, because she was a celebrity. We have no case. Looks at Jake in the eyes. Yet, I must warn you. FBI just faxed me this morning. They will take over all the major drug cases, including hers and the Rodriguez's brothers that you filed. Closes the file. But I still have to deal with those internal affairs that continue to question the integrity of LAPD. They said they don't like corruption. And beginning tomorrow, you are going to aid those boys at the homicide till farther notice. Jake nods sure. EXT police station, day. Diana comes out the station escorted by 5 police officers and her lawyer Derek Williams, 48, toward Mickey's car. Meanwhile, the paparazzi run after her, flashing their cameras, yelling her name, and throwing one question after another. Diana. Miss Hayes. Diana. Miss Hayes. Diana, do you know that you could face up to 10 to 15 years prison time if you are found guilty? Diana, what do you want to say to your fans that one day want to follow your footstep? Diana. Is it worth it? Miss Hayes. She says nothing and continues to walk toward the hammer. Mr. Anderson stands behind, answering questions in the background. Close up, Diana. She looks distracted but remains cool. The police officers escort her to the hammer successfully. She opens the door, gets in the passenger seat, and closes it. Int. Hammer, day. Mickey looks at her eyes beautiful as ever. Diana, I don't know how those paparazzi get here. I wish they all go to hell and burn for a while. Mickey smiles softly. Diana, sweetly, did I make you wait? Mickey, not really. I got here few minutes ago. Diana, I'm sorry. She gets closer. They kiss. Diana, I didn't mean to take forever. They make me sign all these papers that you have to sign before they let you go. Mickey, don't worry about it. They kiss. Mickey starts the car. Diana looks sad. He looks at her. Mickey, what's wrong? Diana, nothing. He looks at her softly as she gets heartbroken for seeing his eyes. Mickey, I'm sorry, sweetheart. He gets closer and kisses her. She throws her arms around his neck and kisses him. They kiss more intimately. She then parts her lips, and puts on her seatbelt as tears fill her eyes. Mickey, are you okay? Tears fall by her cheeks. Diana, I'm fine. Just drive. She wipes her tears. Mickey starts the car. On the soundtrack, Red Wine by UB40 plays melodiously. EXT hammer, moving, night. The paparazzi surround blocking the hammer. They can't see anything. They don't know who is in the car. It is a special full tent hammer, front to back, side to side to avoid being photographed whatever the penalties are. The car drives though the paparazzi, as we take it with overhead shot. Int. Hammer, moving, day. Mickey looks at Diana. Mickey, why are you quiet? They speak softly. Diana, I don't feel like talking. Mickey, do you want me to take you home? She shakes her head no. There is a pause. He then. Mickey, have you eaten anything? She shakes her head, no. Mickey, do you want to go to Japanese restaurant? Diana, no thanks. There is a pause. He looks at her. She's sad. EXT traffic light, day. The traffic light turns to red. Int. Mickey's car, day. Mickey and Diana stop at red light. Out of nowhere, he produces a red rose and gives her the flower. Diana smiles in beauty as she takes it. Mickey, humorously, it's not fair. Why you have to do that? She knows what he means by that, her beautiful smile. She smiles sweetly, comes up to his lips, and kisses him. He kisses her. They cuddle affectionately. Diana, with tears in her eyes, I missed you. Mickey, I missed you too. They kiss more intimately. EXT beach, sunset. Diana sits between Mickey, legs resting on his chest. They watch the twilight as it scatters across the ocean and water crashing into the sand. Mickey, softly down by her neck and cheek, is it my imagination? Or it has been days since I wrote you a love poem? And just the other day as I walked by a rose, I thought about the day I took you to Louvre, where we kissed for the first time in the storm. And when the sun set, my lips recited the ride that we had at Venice after we left Rome. And as the night fell without your eyes, the stars asked me where they knew me from. I told them I who used to speak to them. For my heart is forever your home. She smiles in beauty. He kisses her on the cheek. There is a pause. Diana, I heard that you finally talked to your father. Mickey, softly, he loves the thrill of you. She smiles tenderly. Even though they are separated, their love seems extraordinary. Mickey kisses her on the temple. Mickey, he still remembers the first time he saw your eyes. He said, it is like at the beginning of creation when God made day, let there be light. She smiles in beauty. There is a pause. She looks at the ocean waves. She then. Diana, what's the purpose of life? Mickey, I don't know if it's not happiness. Diana, I'm only happy when I'm with you. They exchange soft kisses. Mickey, nothing in this world makes me happier than being with you. They kiss more intimately. Int. Instinct Club, night. Instinct is a 5-star clubhouse. It also serves as a strip club, one of the many clubs that Boris Ustin, a Russian mafia, runs in the city of Los Angeles. On the stage, a girl named Kimberly Jordan, 26, dance exotic with salt and peppers push it. Boris Ustin, 46, sits at a table with an attractive girl named Olga, 25, at the VIP, talking on his cell phone. 3 of his bodyguards stand close by making sure he's safe. Note, we don't hear the other end of the conversation. Boris, on the cell phone, I'll take care of it myself. Pause, listening. Boris, it's okay. I'll talk to him. Pause, listening. Boris, don't do anything till I have words with him. Only worry about those Turks. Pause, listening. Boris, no, I will ship it myself. Pause, listening. Boris, leave that to me. I'll handle it. Then comes Vladimir, 31, one of Boris's bodyguards, behind Boris and whispers something by his ear. Boris nods sure. Vladimir walks away off screen. Boris, on the cell phone, okay. Close up, Peter. Peter Steinberg, 40, a charismatic man, walks toward Boris with 2 of his trusted bodyguards Ivan and Albert. Not only is Peter a producer, but he is also a major drug trafficker. Boris, have a seat. There's a major problem that we must talk about. Peter takes a seat. Boris, martini. Peter, no thanks. Boris, how is business? I heard Avengers, a bunch of superheroes fighting against each other, made more than $2 billion worldwide. What's their secret? Peter, it's a simple formula, 2 + 2 = 4. We got people who can do math. It's a matter of time. We're heading toward that direction. Boris, it is good. I respect when a man talks with senseless beauty like that. Pause as he takes a sip. But I just got informed, or rather it's all over the news, the girl, whom you've been fooling around, the actress, did a dangerous stunt with a kilo. Peter, I'll take care of it myself. The police have no business of searching her car. Boris gives him a sign to stop it with his index finger. Peter stops talking. Boris then. Boris, I know a Jew, who used to tell a joke, how he has the most magnificent dick in the world. When he was only a baby getting circumcised, the rabbi removed the tip of his penis with a nail clipper precisely, and he had fucked some of the most beautiful girls in Los Angeles. And every girl that he boned, each one of them gave him a blowjob. But besides causing a brain disease and a risk of developing stretch mark on the lower back, do you know how many men out there who would have loved to suck their own dicks if somehow they could reach it? Peter doesn't bother to answer. Boris glares at him as if he were saying, the joke is over. Listen, motherfucker, or I'll kill you. Boris, Mr. Steinberg, I don't want her to bring any kind of trouble. I don't like trouble. It is bad for business, and if you don't take care of it fast, you'll find her at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, making a film called How to Get Fucked by Sharks with the rest of your association. Peter looks at Boris coolly and says nothing. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. They continue to discuss without a sound. Montage, Los Angeles City in the night. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles at night. Downtown Los Angeles, the Pacific Ocean, Wilshire, Beverly Hills, Mulholland Drive, Melrose, the Valley area, Hollywood, and others. Then we come to one of the biggest clubs in the world, the Devil Zone, written in a fire red, orange, and blue. It's owned by a drug lord named Josie Kilmer. Int. The Devil Zone, night. There is no code or rule inside but exceptions. It's like a set of beautiful Hell in Paradise, 4 Studio 54 put together. As a matter of fact, the Devil Zone makes 4 Studio 54 a small French cafe. It is huge and spectacular. People are dancing, drinking, snoring cocaine, doing all kind of drugs, and everything that is taboo. On the soundtrack, Don't Leave Me This Way, Thelma Houston remixed with Moby Natural Blues plays. Int. The Devil Zone, Josie Condominium, night. Josie is kissing Marta. Josie Kilmer, 33, also known as Jesus, is so-called enlightened drug dealer. He looks like between Che Guevara and Johnny Depp, and uses Bible as a code to communicate with his close customers. And most movie stars, politicians, celebrities, beautiful girls, musician, all come over at his creep, get high, discuss philosophy, shoot heroin, sniff cocaine, etc. Simultaneously, he can see all the action that take place in the club with multiple TV screens, small, medium, big size, that are attached on the wall like Best Buy in grand scale, or the film Sliver starring Sharon Stone and William Baldwin. But now Josie is in a bathrobe kissing Marta, 18, at the coffee table while handling business with a drug trafficker named Diego Aguilera, 35, who has lied a briefcase load of cocaine in front of Josie. Then out of nowhere comes an enticing girl named Ava, 19, with suitcase that's filled with money. She is only wearing underwear, hanging her 2 gorgeous breasts, places the money in front of Diego, walks around the table, and sits next to Josie. Josie parts his lips from Marta, turns to Ava, and begins to kiss her without paying any attention to Diego, who is checking the money off screen. Devil Zone, main club, night. On the soundtrack, A Deeper Love by Clivillés and Cole plays melodiously. Mickey sits at the bar with a glass of scotch. He takes a sip and looks at the people as they continue to party hard. Dance floor, all kinds of people, gay, bisexual, straight and others are having the time of their lives. We see all that is racy, provocative, and steamy, girls shaking their butts like there is no tomorrow. There are people having sex while doing drugs. It's like an abundant heaven with devil throne. People are kissing, partying, drinking, fucking, and doing whatever they desire like crazy gone wild. Meanwhile, professional female dancers dance naked inside cages and nude girls fly in the air tied on wires. Mickey then gets up, heads toward the dance floor where there is a sofa, and looks at them as if he were saying, "What's this thing makes us want to go all out?" Without being judgmental. Mickey sits on the couch and closes his eyes. Close up, Mickey. He opens his eyes. His eyes take him to a sexy girl named Nina Fox, 25. Close up, Nina. She is dancing with a big muscular black man, Roger Vick, a football player. She is moving her body in eroticism as if she were in ecstasy, feeling all sensual and carnal. Nina catches Mickey's eyes, gives him a wink, and continues to dance with Roger sensually while spying on Starboy as if she were trying to seduce him. Mickey continues to check her out. Close up, Nina. She excuses Roger and walks toward Mickey through the crowd. Everybody makes way for her subconsciously like Red Sea. She comes to Mickey and sits next to him. Nina, hi, beautiful stranger. Mickey, hi. Nina, are you going to keep watching me? Or you are going to get up and dance with me? Mickey, I would love to dance with you. But I'm here with my mistress. He shows her his drink. Nina, what's that? Mickey, Royal Brackla. Scotch. Nina, can I have a sip? Mickey, be my heartbeat. She smiles in beauty, takes the drink, and has a sip. Nina, it's kind of strong. Mickey, single malt. She takes another sip. Mickey, let me buy you a drink if you don't mind. She smiles softly and gives him his drink back. Nina, thanks. But no thanks. I'm kind of a bitch. I don't usually take offers from rude boys. Mickey, what do you mean by rude boys? Nina, a rebel who preys on young girls' hearts. Mickey smiles softly. Mickey, I don't see James Dean in here, unless you want me to rebel without a cause. She gets close to his lips. Nina, I would rather want you to rebel with a cause. She kisses him French. ext/int. Jimmy's car, moving, night. A 2012 yellow Chevrolet Corvette convertible LT3. Jimmy is behind the wheel, driving while smoking weed. On the stereo, Let's Stay Together by Al Green plays melodiously. Close up, Jimmy. Jimmy sing Let's Stay Together with Al Green as he continues to puff the weed. Int. Xavier creep, night. Basement. Xavier and Jimmy. A lowrider drug dealer named Xavier, 36, shows Jimmy how to make freebase cocaine. Xavier, stop adding ammonia when additional drops no longer result in precipitation. Add 5 ml of ethyl, shake it good. Siphon off the ether with a pipette, and slowly drip it on a plate. As the ether evaporates, white crystals will form. Jimmy, pointing the evil freebase, what's this? Xavier, this is the evil freebase. Crush the crystals and put under a heat lamp for at least 24 hours and let the solvent evaporate. Jimmy, I don't know about you but I'm feeling the Holy Spirit in here. Xavier, yeah man. But when you fuck with this shit, you just have to be careful, with this ethyl ether. It's extremely flammable, in the presence of air, it can form pep oxides. It will explode spontaneously. Jimmy, overlapping that sounds like Dr. Strangelove or, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Xavier, like Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, this bitch also can crawl from an open bottle and trigger an explosion many feet away. Jimmy, you're fucking with TNT. Xavier, that's how that motherfucker Richard Pryor almost killed himself. Jimmy, is he still alive? Xavier, I think he is dead. I don't know, man. I don't watch a lot of news. Jimmy, God bless his soul. The funniest man ever to walk on this motherfucker planet. Xavier, no doubt about that. But come on, I got something in the living room that can speak to your brain cells. Int. The Devil Zone, night. We are back with Nina and Mickey. They continue to kiss as if they were the greatest lovers in the solar system. Mickey then gets lost in method acting. Mickey, I wish I could please all the beautiful girls in the world, and make them feel they are free. Upon broken heart, loneliness, dreams, and fantasy, each one of them are like a queen bee. They can always count on me. I will be Christ on the cross, promise neither to treat them like a bad husband nor a boss, and eat sushi from their vaginas with soy sauce. Or maybe, I would be a butterfly. Or a rose, and cuddle them naked without clothes. Kiss, caresses, from head to their toes, and make love to them till their hearts glow like the sun without shadows. Or perhaps the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. When they need me the most, true love coast to coast, to find them before they ever get lost. She smiles in beauty. He kisses her on the cheek and gets up. Mickey, I'll be back. I have to make a phone call. She nods sure. He walks toward the direction of the camera. Int. Xavier's house, living room, night. Xavier and Jimmy sit on the two separate couches. Xavier is in the process of mixing heroin and a new drug called Vanilla Express with vodka in a glass. Jimmy is cutting cocaine on a gold cocaine case. Xavier, Afghans are throwing heroin on the US troops like Palestinians throwing stones on Israelites. And cocaine is crossing the Mexico border like sugar after watching your shit 101 ways to do things right. I'm, myself, thinking about invading South America and becoming a drug lord. Jimmy, I hear you. Jimmy snores a line and puts the case on the table. Xavier, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen about smuggling drugs. Xavier takes a sip from the Vanilla Express. Xavier, I don't think any film will top it. It's a masterpiece. Jimmy, thanks, but if you want to be the part of the production team again, I'm in the process of working on the sequel 102 Ways to Do Things Right as soon as I finish shooting Beautiful Sin of the Heart. You are welcome to join the team. Xavier, sure man. I will be an executive producer. Xavier drinks the Vanilla Express in one breath, leans back, and relax. Meanwhile, Jimmy grabs one of the cookies from the plate and eats it. Jimmy, what's this? Xavier, cookies that are made with cocaine and weed. Jimmy takes another bite. Jimmy, it tastes like marshmallow with dry rocket fuel. How did you come up with the recipe? Xavier is super relaxed. Xavier, takes out a weed. It's not that complicated. Just mix 4 spoons of coke, add milk, sugar, weed. I'll just write it down for you before you head out. Jimmy, don't forget to do that. This is one of the best cookies I have ever tasted in my life. Xavier, thanks. There is a pause. Xavier leans forward, lights a weed, and take a puff as Jimmy continues to gorge on the cookie. On the TV, they are showing Mission Impossible 4 starring Tom Cruise. Xavier, are you watching this? Jimmy, no. Xavier grabs the remote control from the coffee table, and puts the station on HBO. They are showing There Is Something About Mary starring Cameron Diaz, Ben Stiller, and Matt Dillon. Jimmy continues to enjoy the cookies. Xavier grabs a cookie and has a bite. Xavier, referring to the cookies, do you like it? Jimmy, it's femme fatale, aphrodisiac as Diana, Mickey's sweetheart. Something about that girl makes a man go out and kill a total innocent person. Xavier, that crazy girl. I heard she got caught with a kilo. Mickey must have a night off. Jimmy, both are crazy like 2 alley cats left in the street of Bosnia. God is only watching them. Xavier, I don't think Mickey believes in God, does he? Jimmy, he thinks the devil created a man from the ashes in hell. Then he takes the man's heart and created a woman out of his heart and soul, and breathes fire on her, so the devil can sit, and watch a man falls in love with fire, and dies from passion. Xavier, he is the greatest poet alive. Jimmy, he'll go war with God if a girl told him she is sad. Xavier, that's Mickey. But isn't he fucking that sexy girl from Seductive Mint? What's her name, Lillian? Jimmy, he's fucking all of them. They just can't resist him. Xavier, let's puff for that real terrorist. They puff the weed. Xavier, what about you? How is your muse, Miss Anderson? Jimmy, she is fine. Puffs the weed. We are going out dinner tonight. Jimmy passes the Dutch on the left-hand side to Xavier. Xavier takes the weed, and puffs as they continue to watch There Is Something About Mary. Int. The Devil Zone, payphone, night. Mickey is at a payphone in the hallway, calling Jimmy. On the soundtrack, Groove Is in the Heart by D-Life plays softly. Jimmy, off-screen, what's up? Mickey, nothing much. Jimmy, what are you up to? Mickey, where you're at? Jimmy, I am at Xavier's creep, watching There Is Something About Mary. Mickey, I want you to do me a favor. Jimmy, what's it? Mickey, I'm at the Devil Zone. I need to borrow some loot. Jimmy, what for? Mickey, I lost my wallet. I was going to ask Lillian to lend me couple of Benjamins, but she went to Vegas. I need some few dollars to give the night a little bit romance. Jimmy, I'm taking Alicia out. I'll give you a call before I roll out. Mickey, thanks. I will give you a number where you can reach me. This is a payphone. I left my cell phone at the set. I was confused the whole day. Jimmy, it's cool. I got you, man. I have to look after my investment. I will see you. Mickey, before you hang up, I want you to do me a small favor. Jimmy, what's it? Mickey, tell X-Man I am having a big headache. Send me a couple of aspirins, the usual suspects. He knows the deal. Jimmy, I don't usually like to play a pharmacist between a patient and a radiologist over the phone. But it's your lucky day. I will highlight you when I get there. Mickey, thank you very much. Jimmy, peace. Mickey, take care. Mickey clicks down the phone, adds 2 quarters, and dials another number. Right away answering machine answers it. It plays White Flag by Dido harmoniously. It doesn't even say leave your name and number. The music stops shortly. Mickey, softly, hi beautiful. This is Mickey. I called you to check how you are doing. Love you, bye. Int. Devil Zone, Josie condominium, night. Josie continues to kiss Ava, leaving all the TVs in twilight. Then Marta comes carrying chock full of coke on a big flat mirror, puts it on the table, sits on the sofa next to Josie, begins to cut, and line up the cocaine with a credit card. Then out of nowhere comes Eric, 29, Josie's bodyguard, whispers something by Josie's ear. On the soundtrack, Groove Is in the Heart continue to play melodiously. Josie nods his head, okay. Eric walks away. Cat and Russell, 42, who has been sitting on the bar off screen and talking on his cell phone, hangs up the phone, walks up to the table with a glass of scotch, and sits on the sofa. Close up, Mickey. He walks in. D-Life Groove is in the Heart Falls in the background and plays softly. Josie gets up to greet him. Josie, what's up? Mickey, what's up? They hug and greet like they know each other very well. Caden looks at Mickey. Caden, as he gets up, is this Mickey from Seductive Spell of Passion? Mickey, hey. Caden, how you doing, man? Mickey and Caden shake hands and connect their shoulders, greeting with style as Josie walks up to the bar to get drink. Mickey and Caden sit at the coffee table. Caden, that's one of the best movies I have ever seen in my life. You were incredible in that heat. Mickey, thanks. Mickey looks at Marta, who continues to line up the cocaine. Caden, I have produced a couple of motion pictures over the years. You know, I'm all about movies. And when it comes to criticizing films, I make Roger Ebert look like a high school dropout. Mickey, under his breath, I hear you. Caden, they said the sex was real. You had a real sexual intercourse with that arresting actress Diana. Mickey, that is just a rumor. They are professional porn stars. It's dubbed like nymphomaniac. Caden, according to what I heard, you did it for real. Mickey, I agreed to do it but changed my mind at the last minute. I was kind of lost in a method acting. Caden, nevertheless, if they have changed that big Hollywood sign to your name, Mickey, it still wouldn't have summed up your performance. You were a wizard. Mickey smiles softly. Josie comes to the circle as Ava gets up. She gives Josie a kiss and walks toward the bar off screen. Josie, to Mickey, how's action, Rocky? Josie gives him a glass of wine. Mickey takes it. Josie sits next to Marta. Mickey, it's cool. Josie, I heard you're coming heavy on this one, Hitman. Mickey, it's true. Takes a sip. But riddle me this, if I sell my soul to the devil, and in return, I get a rose that preys on cells at the molecular level. And in order to cut down the passion and reduce the pain, I usually drink whiskeys at home instead of bars in Spain, and act I am sane, yet, I end up being on the cover of Esquire. Would you think I am an assassin, who shoots bullets at the stars in vain? Or a man whose heart is caught on fire? And what's more, I can't help but write poetry till my spleen is knotted with barbed wire. Josie, I would say you are a dragon camouflaged as a contract killer for hire, that hitches bullets to a star without a wagon, but eats, drinks, and breathes fire. Caden, I might agree with Jesus. You're nobody till you get up in the middle of the day and look at the sun, and tell that fool I am going to outshine you somehow. And kiss Venus French as erotic as the blood in your heart. Josie, quoting William Blake, to see a world in a grain of sand. And heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand. And eternity in an hour. That's understatement. On the soundtrack, Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen remix with dance beat plays melodiously. Mickey, Josie, and Caden continue to talk without a sound, smoking and doing cocaine with Ava and Marta. Int. The Devil Zone, downstairs, night. People continue to party hard, everything that is libidinous, lascivious, drugs, alcohols, ecstasies, continue to take shape to the fullest. Men and women continue to go all out. We see women making out with women, kissing, touching, etc. Then the camera comes to Nina. She is dancing exotic with a sexy girl named Amanda, 24. Close up, Nina and Amanda. They kiss in the middle of carnal extravaganza. Int. Devil Zone, Josie Condominium, night. We are back to Mickey, Caden, Josie, Ava, and Marta. On the screen, we see Diana in The Imitation of Ophelia, one of the movies she did with Mickey. She is floating on the water like Ophelia, posing. Mickey paints her on a drawing board. Josie, it's ironic. The original concept of God is based on a simple obedience. He told Adam and Eve, you can have everything but don't touch that forbidden fruit. And considering human curiosity, it could be anything. However, all it matters were that forbidden fruit. And God knows that his creations eventually would create the devil out of their conscience and eat that forbidden fruit. But later what God didn't know was that they would create God out of man, and man out of God, and call him Jesus because of the devil. And those who seek truth and eternal salvation will find God. And those, who worship the saints and angels beneath the sky, will die of love, go hell, and burn for eternity. Josie passes the joint to Mickey. Mickey takes a puff. Meanwhile, Nina enters the room, walks behind Josie, and kisses him on the lips. She then kisses the two girls, first Ava and then Marta, seductively while looking at Mickey with the corner of her eye. Nina walks around the sofa and sits on Josie's lap with her arms around his neck. Josie, to Mickey, did you meet this goddess? Mickey, yes. I met her but I didn't catch her name. Nina, you didn't even ask. Mickey, I forgot. She gives him an enticing smile. Nina, Nina. She kisses Josie with tongue, glances at Mickey, and looks at his eyes with seduction. On the soundtrack, Night Nurse by Gregory Isaacs plays melodiously. Montage, all doing cocaine, in 5 split screens. A. Nina does a line left to right. B. Josie does a line right to left. C. In the center, Mickey does a line left to right. D. Ava does a huge line left to right. E. Caden does a line right to left. Close up, Marta. Marta does a huge line, left to right. EXT/int. Jimmy's car, Devil Zone, night. Jimmy is in his yellow convertible Corvette that is parked at the Devil Zone. He is smoking weed while waiting for Mickey. On the soundtrack, Gregory Isaacs' Night Nurse continues to play. EXT Devil Zone, entrance, night. A lot of people wait outside to get into the club in vain. It's the spot. Close up, Mickey. He steps out of the club, and walks toward the car. Jimmy's car, night. Jimmy takes a puff from his weed, and exhales the smoke out as Mickey approaches the car. Mickey comes to the passenger side. Gregory Isaacs' Night Nurse falls in the background and plays softly. Jimmy, what's up? Mickey, nothing much. Jimmy, how much you need? Mickey, not that much. Give me whatever you got. I'll pay you back tomorrow. Jimmy empties his wallet. Jimmy, here, take everything. That's all the cash I got. I'll withdraw a couple of hundreds from ATM. Jimmy gives him all his money. Mickey takes the money and puts the money in his pocket without counting. Mickey, thanks lots. You saved my life. Jimmy, it's cool. I want to talk to you and Lillian in the morning. I don't want you to be late for the next 4 weeks. We have to wrap the production at the end of June. Mickey, sure. Jimmy, I'll see you tomorrow. Mickey, peace. They exchange fist punches. Mickey turns around and begins to walk toward the club. Jimmy sees a small white paper bag, grabs it, and whistles. Mickey turns around. Jimmy, holding the bag, don't forget your breakfast. Mickey walks back to the car. Jimmy gives him the bag. Mickey, I forgot about it. Takes it. Thanks. Jimmy, take care. Mickey, bye. Jimmy drives away. Mickey opens the bag, sees few cocaine pills in flat medical seals, and 2 cookies from Xavier. Mickey smiles softly, grabs one of the cookies, and takes a bite as he walks back to the club. Int. Jimmy's car, moving, night. Jimmy flips a collection of CD, and plays, Give Me One Reason by Tracy Chapman. He then takes out a roll of weed, lights it up, and begins to puff naturally. EXT Jimmy's car, moving, night. Jimmy speeds down the street. Int. Devil Zone, night. Mickey stands at the bar with a glass of scotch. He drops a pill in his scotch, grabs his drink, and takes a sip as the pill dissolves. Then out of nowhere comes Nina and whispers by his ear. Nina, hi, Playboy. He turns, and looks at her eyes. Mickey, hi. Nina, are you having a lot of fun? Mickey, why don't you tell me? Nina, what is it? Mickey, you are fucking Josie. What do you want from me? She gets between his legs. Nina, Josie is a maverick. He's a cowboy who has nothing to lose. But I want a rebel, whose cause is true love. They kiss. Flashback. EXT restaurant, night. Mickey and Diana sit at a table with glasses of wines. Mickey is reciting Roving by Lord Byron. Mickey, so, we'll go no more roving. So late into the night. Though the heart be still as loving. And the moon be still as bright. For the sword outwears its sheath. And the soul wears out the breast. And the heart must pause to breathe. And love itself have rest. Though the night was mad for loving. And the day returns too soon. Yet we'll go no more roving. By the light of the moon. She smiles softly. Diana, it's nice. Mickey, it's by Lord Byron. Diana, he sounds like a stud. Mickey, he's a great poet. Diana, I doubt if he's great as you. He smiles softly. Mickey, well, it's not about who is great. You know, greatness has no secret, you just have to love what you do more than you love yourself. And the question is, it's not how much you love yourself but how much you love what you do. Diana, that's nice, but what I'm really interested is how much do you love yourself? Mickey, I like you more than I like myself, if that is the answer that you're looking for. Diana, that's definitely the answer I was looking for. But you said, like. We're talking about love, you know, an intense feeling of deep affection and endearment. Love and like are 2 totally different things. You can't tell a girl that you fell in love at sight she's pretty. Instead you tell her she is beautiful. And the question is how much you love me. Mickey, truth. Diana, the truth. Nothing but the truth, so help you God. There is a pause. He gazes at her eyes softly. He then. Mickey, have the angels possessed lips like roses and carnation? And the stars acquire wisdom of inclination and temptation? If it weren't to glorify your beauty, sensuality, sense of sexuality, and the softness of thy skin and the fever in thy bloodstreams, thou who art nothing short of my theory of everything, and the divine composer of all my pain, desire, pleasure, and dreams, what heavenly light bleed on your lips and in sweetness beams. True love, not only art thou extremely beautiful, but you are also unbelievably alluring, delicious, and spellbinding. You heal me like a nurse. My heart has reached agreement to fall head over heels in love with your eyes, lips, face, from head to toe, as if love didn't know things that are adverse. Yet, why is whenever thy face appears in my heart, my soul jumps out of my body as if it were struck by lightning without a curse, flies above the skies to love thee for better or worse, and asks the stars, isn't she the most gorgeous girl in the universe? Thou who art nothing short of fever, when the evening scatters into twilight, romance gives itself to French kiss, my heart sprinkles into pieces, I too shall feast on thy scrumptious lips, and get lost with thee in the deepest part of love, kisses, and my passionate thesis. She smiles in beauty. Diana, that's flattering. But what does it mean, get lost with thee in the deepest part of love? Mickey, humorously it means you are sexy. She smiles in beauty, gets up, walks around the table, and sits on his lap with her arms around his neck. Diana, I like to think I am the sexiest woman in the world. They exchange soft kisses. Mickey, no doubt. The sexiest woman in the universe by far. Diana, you think so? Mickey, yes. I do. You're extremely erotic. They exchange soft kisses. Diana, what's the difference? Mickey, between what? Diana, between erotic and sexy. Mickey, I don't know if there is any difference between them. Maybe, erotic is like violet. A girl, wearing a light purple Victoria's Secret nightgown, sits in the beach with a glass of red wine as the twilight scatter across the ocean. Till I sit next to her and kiss her lips French. Something that inspires S&M sex. And sexy is like a rose and morning stardust, a girl wearing crop top and a red Victoria's Secret underwear, prepares breakfast in the morning. Till I come behind her, whisper a poem by her neck, then kiss her lips deliciously, and make love to her on the kitchen table. Diana, that's something. Mickey, it's like Lauren Bacall and Marilyn Monroe, the bad and the beautiful and the good and the gorgeous. Diana, I like the analogy with the good and the gorgeous. That is Marilyn Monroe. It's innocent. But the bad and the beautiful, it's Lauren Bacall, sounds blameworthy. Mickey, maybe if there are two black holes in Caspian Sea in the reminiscent of your exotic eyes. But you remain beautiful, gorgeous, and good. I'll be bad for you. She smiles in beauty. They kiss. Diana, it seems you got all the characters. Mickey, there is only one way to find out. Diana, what would that be? Mickey, what do you really want? Diana, beautiful love. He smiles in wonder. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, Love to Love You Baby by Donna Summer plays melodiously. EXT sightseeing, Los Angeles, night. A 2017 Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG Roadster convertible. Mickey is behind the wheel. Diana, who is wearing a Catholic uniform like Britney Spears in Baby One More Time, dances for Mickey in front of the car with Love to Love You Baby. She kind of reminds us Britney Spears, except she is not wearing sweater, only shirt and mini skirt. Maybe that's where the similarity end. Diana looks sexiest thing we have ever seen in our lives. The headlight is on. Mickey is watching her in wonder. We see the spectacular view of Los Angeles City in the background. Diana continues to dance erotically to impress Mickey, touching herself in sensuality. She opens her shirt teasingly, exposing her mouth-watering breasts, drops her underwear, collects her skirt, and rubs her buttocks to seduce him while dancing. Diana then gets on top of Hood and dances like a striper who is caught on fire, yet the flame has mercy on her flesh in tenderness and sensuality. Instead, it has chosen to burn her soul to last gram in rapid oxidation. She is lost deep in her heart, dancing in temptation while touching her breasts and squeezing her vagina like nymphomaniac, and breathing deep as if she were having orgasm. She then climbs over the front window and comes to Mickey at the front seat. They kiss French. She begins to open his pant to have sex. Mickey picks her up, removes his pant completely, and throws it out of the car. They kiss more intimately. He kisses her breasts, grabs her buttocks, and enters her as they begin to make love. Diana rides him seductively, moving her hips like a goddess of love. On the soundtrack, Love to Love You continue to play erotically. Close up, Mickey and Diana. They kiss passionately as they continue to make love. Int. Japanese restaurant, night. We return to present day at a seductive Japanese tea house. Alicia, who is wearing a beautiful light pink kimono, and Jimmy sit at a table enjoying teas, sake, and sushi. They are in the middle of conversation. Alicia, I heard on the news you are trying to redesign Pacific Coast Highway and turn Malibu into a quiet neighborhood. Jimmy, it's nothing. I mean most Malibu residents live within a yard of Pacific Coast Highway, which runs along much of the Pacific Coast, California. It's not safe for kids, or anyone who lives in Malibu. It's a lot of traffic. I came up with a plan, a highway, or you might as well call it a bridge that run around Malibu Beach and other major cities on the Pacific Ocean, you know, like Dalian-Kunshan Grand Bridge in China. And turn Pacific Highway into a regular street. Maybe World Heritage sites with a lot of speed bump and traffic light and stop signs throughout Malibu, and turn it into main tourist attraction like French Riviera and Cannes, Film Festival and all. Alicia, that sound a good idea. Jimmy, it will cost $15 billion. Alicia, that's not much. Jimmy, I know it's not much. But what's it? Alicia, what is it, what? Jimmy, a thing that's worth dying for? Alicia, I don't know. If I have to guess, I would say love. Jimmy, how do you define love? Alicia, something that can be understood only with kisses. Jimmy, are you sure? Alicia, maybe sex. Jimmy, do you like sex? Alicia, more than I can say. Jimmy, it's good to know that. Alicia, what about you? Tell me who is your first crush? Jimmy, it's Sharon Stone. I thought she was the sexiest woman in the world. I used to have this absurd fantasy about having sex with her and get stabbed by an ice pick like the victims in Basic Instinct. Alicia, that sounds scary. Jimmy, I was naive. I didn't know any better. I just wanted the present of the devil in my soul, and the desire to go out and have sex with every beautiful actress and model who doesn't know the difference between biology and chemistry. Alicia, that's as bad as it gets? Jimmy smiles softly. Jimmy, but to be honest, the minute I saw you, I thought you were the sexiest thing I had ever seen in my life. I remember wanting to spend the rest of my life with you, just making love to you day and night. Alicia, I am flattered. But why me, portraying me as a goddess? Jimmy, I want to make you a star. Alicia, I'm already a star. Jimmy, Vivian Leigh was a star. Elizabeth Taylor was a star. In fact, Liz distinguishes herself as the greatest ever without nothing really to back her up except a place in the sun. I can't stand Who Afraid Virginia Woolf, and even Cleopatra. But she looks delicious in A Place in the Sun. Yet she showed us her acting range in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. She looks irresistible, but the movie is depressing. You can't watch it more than one time. Alicia, what are you trying to say? Jimmy, what I'm trying to say is, the first coming of Aphrodite. I mean, beside cashing an Oscar for playing a lost soul, everybody knows you're the most beautiful woman in the world. Yet, I want you to hallmark star as phenomenon with the finest movies that will never be made again. They get closer lips to lips. Alicia, that's one of the best bedtime stories I have ever heard for a while. Jimmy, you could say that. But honest. In the future, I want every single particle in the universe to look at you as a deity, and say, she is a goddess. You will surpass all of them. Alicia, just tell me your favorite sexual position. Let's get it over with. They kiss. Int. Diana's house, mansion/Mickey's hotel, night. Diana is in the bathtub talking to Mickey on her cell phone. On the soundtrack, Madonna Take a Bow plays softly. We do intercut both sides of the conversation. Diana, hi. Mickey, hi. Diana, what you doing? Mickey walks to the living room, grabs a remote control, and turns on the TV. Mickey, watching TV. Diana, what are you watching? He turns down the volume and sits on the couch. Mickey, The Matrix. On the TV. The Matrix starring Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss is playing. Diana, isn't it late, past 2 in the morning? Mickey, I know, I couldn't sleep. There is a pause. Diana, I got your message. That's why I called you. Mickey, I just wanted to make sure if you were okay. Diana, I'm fine. I spent the whole day sleeping. I'm in the bathtub right now. He got silent. He knows his favorite place in the world is to be with her in the bathtub. Then out of nowhere Peter walks in. Diana sees him. Peter places his index finger across his lips, saying quiet, and nods his head go ahead. Continue to talk to him. She gives him a smirk but innocent. Peter turns to the mirror, and begins to check himself. Diana, to Mickey on the phone, is she there, Lillian? Mickey, no. She went Vegas. Meanwhile, Nina comes up to Mickey without a single drop of cloth. Nina, sleepy, your room is hot. Nina sleeps on Mickey's lap, folding her leg on the couch. Diana, who is with you? Mickey, someone I met at a club. Mickey covers Nina with his coat and gently strokes her hair. Diana, did you fuck her yet? Mickey, sweetheart, it's not. She interrupts him. Diana, or should I say you ate her out with coke? At least, that way, you just can't help your method acting self. Mickey, beloved, you know my life means nothing without you. Diana, I don't care, Mickey. Do whatever you want to do. I don't even know you. I just wish I could get you out of my heart, get few hours of sleep, focus on my life, and be somebody before I die. Mickey says nothing. There is a pause. Diana, Mickey. Mickey, what is it, true love? Diana, I love you. Mickey, I love you too. There is a pause. Mickey, passion. Diana, I am listening. Mickey, what are you doing this Thursday? Diana, nothing. Mickey, I'll be there, same time. Diana, okay. Mickey, good night. Diana, bye. They both don't want to hang up the phone. They wait. Diana, hang up your phone. Mickey, humorously, you hang up first. She smiles softly. Diana, no. It's your turn. Mickey, okay. He holds the phone next to his ear. He doesn't want to hang up the phone first. We stay with Diana. She slowly drops her cell phone in the bathtub, leaves the phone there, and gets up nude. Peter grabs a towel. Diana steps out the bath, walks up to Peter, and gives him her back. He puts the towel around her shoulders. She wraps the towel around her body, gets closer to Peter, and begins to unbutton his shirt. He looks at her. She doesn't want to look at him. Instead, she looks down. He lifts her chin and gazes at her eyes tenderly. Her eyes are filled with tears. A tear escapes out of her eye and falls by her cheek. Peter picks her up like a fireman. She puts her arms around his neck. He gives her a soft kiss on the lips, carries her out of the bathroom, and walks toward the direction of the camera. Int. FBI headquarters, meeting room, day. A group of FBI's best, 2 women and 4 men, Brandy Mullen, 31, Christy Chastain, 33, Ronnie Dungy, 39, Baron Lott, 42, Chris Walsh, 36, and Marcus Brown, 29, sit at a table, watching digital slideshow about the people they'd have to go after. Standing next to a digital slider, Olivia Jones, 38, leads the meeting. Peter is on the slide. Olivia, Peter Steinberg, 40, a producer. He was born January 1, 1977 in San Francisco, got his business management degree from the University of Berkeley at the age of 22 till he totally dropped out from the society. Later, he got involved into motion picture industry, met some key figures in the world of drug trafficking, including Oscar Hector and Boris Ustin whom that I just mentioned. Three of them combined are responsible for more than 75% of illegal drug that cross the border here in the United States. FBI headquarters. Diana is on the slideshow. Olivia continues to address their profiles. Olivia, Diana Madeline Hayes is an actress, singer, and fashion designer. She was born November 23, 1992 in New York City, married to actor Mickey Hayes, won 2 Golden Globes, and separated after less than 2 years of marriage. She kept his last name. And since then, she's gotten herself in quite a lot of trouble with drugs and alcohol but no major arrest, till few days ago with a kilo of cocaine in her car which she crashed against the tree. The police found the cocaine. But they did it so without a search warrant. We can't prosecute her for that. Nonetheless, the source is believed to be Oscar Hector and his business partner Boris Ustin as well as Peter Steinberg whom she's dating at this particular moment. FBI headquarters, later. Mickey is on FBI screen. Olivia, Michael Hayes also known as Mickey. He was born June 30, 1987 in New Orleans, Louisiana. He drops out of school after second year at LSU, moved to Los Angeles, and achieved instant fame for Seductive Spell of Passion, which he won an Oscar yet refused to accept it. Besides, he's a classic character. There is another thing that sets him apart. About 1.5 years ago, he was in Colombia shooting a movie called 101 Ways to Do Things Right. It's an idiom for 101 ways how to smuggle drugs. And an unidentified agent informed the bureau that Mr. Hayes returned with 30 kilos of uncut cocaine with the intent to sell it and perhaps start his own movie production company. Meanwhile, we followed him for years but never seen a drop of the product. FBI headquarters, later. Olivia, for all these drug predicaments here in Hollywood, I want all of you to gather information that bring criminal and drug charges to put them away for once and all. And sources are telling me that Miss Hayes' life is in danger. Due to her status in motion picture, the bureau wants to keep a low profile. And the chief has ordered me to take a quick action before things get out of hands, and reach the media unconvincingly. Thanks. Int. Studio, movie set, green screen, day. Mickey is in a black tuxedo pointing 2 desert eagles at 2 Italian-American men, Francisco, 31, on the right-hand side and Lorenzo, 36, on the left as they aim their guns at his head as well. A Mexico standoff. Jimmy, action. Mickey pulls the triggers, shoots Francisco and Lorenzo. Then fires at the camera with amazing speed. Francisco and Lorenzo make good acting jobs on their way down, falling on the ground. Jimmy, cut. That is good. Let's do it again. Jimmy walks to Mickey. Jimmy, what's bothering you? Mickey, nothing. Jimmy, I know you're better than that, Mickey. I need you to focus. You are somewhere lost in your head. Wake up. Jimmy, to Francisco and Lorenzo, come on, guys. Hold your ground. Francisco and Lorenzo hold their ground. Jimmy stands in front of them and points both his fingers on their heads. Jimmy, to Mickey, I don't care about what's in your head. This is a piece of cake. Just give me style before anything. Pow. Pow. He shoots them with his finger. Jimmy, just focus on the characters. To the cinematographer, Rick, let's do it again. EXT desert, gas station, movie set, sunset. This time we see the final product without green screen in artificial background, desert and gas station. Mickey aims his gun at Francisco and Lorenzo. Meanwhile, a mean-looking man, Joe Salvatore, 38, who is standing next to a blue Corvette convertible, holds a knife on Lillian's neck to cut her throat if he doesn't get what he wants. Lillian is crying like a little girl. Joe, be cool. Let's all be fucking cool. Just give us the fucking case. Or I will destroy her fucking respiratory systems to kingdom comes. I am not playing. Joe slits the outer layer of her skin, on her neck, and licks her blood like a madman. As soon as Mickey sees it, that's all she wrote, he shoots both Francisco and Lorenzo on the face. Bow. Bow. Splattering their brain on the screen, and shoots Joe between his eyes. Bow. With remarkable speed. Joe's brain splatters on Lillian's face. Mickey walks toward her. She walks up to him. They cuddle and kiss French in sunset. With creative camera work we pan to, studio movie set, green screen. Lillian and Mickey continue to kiss. Jimmy, cut. Lillian kisses him more. Mickey parts his lips as Jimmy approaches them. Jimmy, that's perfect. Let's wrap it for today. The crew and the grips begin to scatter going their way in the background. Jimmy, to Mickey and Lillian, that's excellent. Jimmy and Mickey shake hands, and connect their shoulders, greeting with style. Jimmy moves toward the setting. Mickey turns to Lillian. Close up, Mickey and Lillian. Lillian throws her arms around Mickey's neck, and kisses him. Mickey kisses her as well. Lillian, are you going to come to my house? It's my little sister's birthday. Mickey, I love to. Mickey puts his arm around her waist as they walk cuddling side by side. He kisses her on the cheek. Mickey, but I have to be somewhere. Lillian, where is it? Mickey, I have to meet someone. Lillian, it's her. Mickey, it's her safety. Lillian, what her fucking safety? They stop at the staircase near the exit. Mickey pulls Lillian's hand, sits on the steps, and places Lillian on his lap. He gives her soft kiss on the lips. Mickey, they just told me her life is in great danger. Those guys that she is with want her dead. And if she continues to hang around in LA, they will kill her. They want her to disappear. Lillian, I don't give a fuck, Mickey. I know you're still in love with her. Kisses him. But nobody knows how much I love you. And knowing she's still a big part of your life, and the fact that I'm madly in love with you. It hurts so much. You take all the living passion in my soul and make me feel empty like a prostitute. Mickey, I am sorry, Buttercup. I'll take my last breath at this moment before I hurt you. He gives her a soft kiss on the lips. Mickey, do you have any idea how much I love you? Lillian, how much do you love me? Mickey, I am addicted to you. Lillian, I am addicted to you too. They kiss intimately. On the soundtrack, Your Love is King by Sada plays melodiously. Int. Diana's house, bedroom, night. Diana is in underwear, singing Your Love is King with Sada. She comes to the closet, takes out an alluring red Valentino gown, and places it on the bed. Diana walks back to the closet, takes out a tantalizing light lavender gown, and puts it on. Diana comes up to the mirror and looks at her image. She looks arresting. But for some reason, she doesn't like it. Diana takes off the dress, places it on the bed, grabs her earrings, and wears them as she continues to sing Your Love is King with Sada. She then grabs a lipstick, paints her lips red, and winks at the camera, at the mirror. Int. Rose Garden Restaurant, night. It's a 5-star seductive restaurant. Mickey sits at the table with a glass of red wine, waiting for Diana. On the stage, a girl named Samantha sings Chem's I Can't Stop Loving You. Entrance. Diana walks in beauty, wearing the red Valentino gown that she put on the bed. Mickey sees her and smiles in wonder. She sees him as well and beams with a beautiful smile. He gets up to greet her. She approaches him. Diana, what's up? Mickey, nothing much. She throws her arms around her necks. They kiss. Mickey, you look beautiful. Diana, thanks. They exchange soft kisses. Diana, I missed you. Mickey, I missed you too. They kiss more intimately. Mickey pulls a chair for her. She sits at the table. He takes his seat back. Mickey, you look breathtaking. Diana, you look gorgeous yourself. Mickey, I don't mind looking gorgeous for you, sweetheart. Diana, what do you mind? Mickey, nothing. A waitress named Rachel comes up to their table to take their order. Rachel, how may I take your order? Mickey looks at Diana's eyes. Mickey, what do you want to eat? Diana, I don't know, I am not hungry. Nonetheless, Diana opens the menu and looks at it. She quickly closes the menu. Diana, to the Rachel, can you give us a minute? Rachel, sure. Rachel walks away. Diana, let's go somewhere. This audio file was created by Panopreter Basic. You can download it at www.panopreter.com. I don't want to eat here. Mickey, why is that? Diana, I don't know. There is a pause. He looks at her eyes adoringly. He then. Mickey, where do you want to go? Diana, let's go to the beach and hang out there. I'll think something. Mickey, as you wish, princess. Mickey gets up, takes out $300, and puts the money on the table. Diana remains seated. He approaches her and squats in front of her, gazing at her eyes. Mickey, what's it, sweetheart? Diana, I love you. Mickey collects her dress just a little bit, opens her legs, and kisses her thigh, down by her knee, seductively. Mickey, I love you too. She cuddles him. They get up and hug affectionately. They then kiss intimately. Diana, let's just go to that African restaurant. It's cold outside. Mickey, sure. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, I Like to Know by Joe plays melodiously. Montage, Los Angeles City in the night. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles in the night. Skyscrapers at downtown, Mulholland Drive, the Hollywood sign, Sunset Boulevard, Beverly Hills, Melrose, the houses on coastline of Pacific Ocean, and others. Int. African restaurant, night. Mickey and Diana sit at a table with 2 glasses of cognacs, talking. But we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Then comes a waitress named Azab with a big tray of meal with a flatbread injera and different outing, Ethiopian traditional cuisine. Azab places the tray on the table, tells them enjoy the meal, and walks away. The music falls in the background and plays softly. Note, the food is eaten with hand. Close up, Diana. She looks at Mickey's eyes with seduction. Diana, nothing is more extraordinary than a little romance in the middle of chaos. It's an order. Mickey, you're the order. Diana, are you a chaos? Mickey, more and less. Buddha teaches that there are 6 realms of existence: gods, humans, jealous, animals, ghosts, and hell beings. And believes there is no supreme god. Christianity, on the other hand, just one god. And am I chaos? You're the light to my darkness. She smiles in beauty. Diana, that is flattering. There is a silent moment. They focus on their meals for a bit. Diana takes a sip and puts down her drink. Diana, you look concerned. Mickey, yes, I am concerned. Diana, what's it? Mickey, your safety. The things you got yourself into. Diana, I will be fine. Mickey, I don't want bad things to happen to you. Diana, what bad things? Mickey, you know, those drug dealers are unpredictable. You should stay away from them. Diana, what about you? Are you still with that slut, Lillian? Mickey, she's a nice girl, sweetheart. Diana, rumor has it there is a sex tape of you and her surfacing on the internet. Mickey, pretending he didn't know what she's talking about. What sex tape? Diana, a sex tape of you having sexual intercourse with her. Mickey, where did you hear that? Diana, it's a rumor. People hears things. Mickey, you must be talking about those tabloids that said you and I were planning to have sex on top of Mount Everest. Diana, that would have been one of the most adventurous things we might have ever done if things had gone according to the plan. Mickey, life doesn't always turn out the way you plan, does it? Diana, but that wasn't really a rumor. We were actually planning to climb Mount Everest, till you changed your mind. The only rumor was that we were going to have sex. Mickey, that is right. But I didn't change my mind. You are the one who changed your mind. You said you had to do that action movie Wicked at Heart with Tom Cruise. Diana, no, that's not true. I wanted to climb it, even though I knew you were lost in method acting. We didn't even know the risk that was involved climbing Mount Everest. Nonetheless, you said you had not been sure about filming that epic tale of dragons in China. You signed a contract. If you didn't do it, how they were going to sue you for millions of dollars. Meanwhile, the next day, my agent called me and told me I got the part. Mickey, okay. Let's just say we both couldn't do it, because of schedule conflicts. But do you still want to climb Mount Everest? Diana, shooting 3 movies a year. Smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a week. No thanks. I will probably die before I take a step, despite the fact I am in the best shape of my life. Mickey, humorously, just have faith. You'll make it. I will keep an eye on you. She smiles in beauty. Diana, that wasn't the original plan to climb Mount Everest and have sex at the peak. I mean, we did plan to have sex on top of Mount Everest after the rumor got out of proportion. Mickey, what was the original plan? Diana, to have sex every romantic city around the world till sex do us part. Mickey, we did it like animals. But we also had other things to do. You know, it was a good year. Diana, anyway, don't change the subject. Let's talk about the sex tape rumor. They say, every rumor has some degree of truth to it. Mickey, what do you mean by truth? Diana, source. How rumors origin, like we just talked about how we were going to climb Mount Everest before schedule conflict. I know who leaked the news. It's Sarah, my publicist. I told her that we were planning to have sex on top of Mount Everest jokingly, because she thought I lost my mind. You know, nobody climbs Mount Everest at the right state of mind unless they want to send messages. Mickey, what message were you planning to send? Diana, love. Mickey, that is a good message. I wanted to climb it, because I thought I was going crazy, and to test my limitation, patience, and endurance, and perhaps, curb my enthusiasm. I didn't want to drag you into it. Diana, you didn't really drag me into it. You said it only takes 40 days to reach the summit. I thought I could tag along with you. And maybe I would talk you into making love to me when we reach at the top. I had already pictured it in my mind how we were going to do it before the media got their hands on it. Mickey, humorously, I don't want to even talk about my balls. But the blood in my penis would have turned into ice. Diana, playing along, that wouldn't be a problem. I have a hot vagina. He smiles big. Mickey, the hottest ever. She smiles in beauty. Diana, humorously, what is the hottest ever? Mickey, I would have come in a second. Diana, you are bad. He smiles softly. Mickey, anyway, I would have given it everything I had. But why didn't you tell me it was Sarah who spread the rumor? Diana, I didn't want to hold resentment against her. She is my best friend. Mickey, I would never hold anything against her. She told me to be a godfather to her son. But I didn't want to be responsible for someone's child. I could barely take care of myself. Diana, don't change the subject. Let's stick with the videotape. They said it is pornography. Mickey, did you surf the web? Diana, I didn't have to. I just went to Blockbuster, rented that dirty movie that you did with her, Sin, and watched it alone for 2 hours as if you had never loved me before in your life. Of course, I saw it. Mickey, so, what did you say it was a rumor? Diana, I thought you were going to deny it. Perhaps, I expected you to tell me a lie. You could easily say they got someone who looked like you and filmed it. I would have believed you to make you happy, maybe thinking you fooled me. He smiles softly. Mickey, what can I do, baby? She is a freak. It was her birthday. She said someone gave her a camera for her birthday and went to make a video. I warned her not to show it to anyone. But she accused me sleeping with Amber at the set of Erotic City. She gives her friends the video to punish me. They made a copy and leaked it online. Diana, I just couldn't believe where you are getting your energy. You fucked her all night as if you had something against her. Mickey, humorously she put Viagra on my drink. Diana, come on, Mickey. I know you better than any girl. Mickey, maybe, the camera has something to do with it. Whenever it is on, I become a different person. Diana, you should consider changing your profession into a porn star. Mickey, is that supposed to be a compliment or an insult? Diana, what do you think? Mickey, I would like to think it's a compliment, but I won't stop acting till the day I die. I am here in this world to act. Or I will die. She smiles softly. Diana, you are probably the best actor in the world. But it's sad you stopped loving me. Mickey, it's okay. You can patronize me. I got up this morning saying, I don't care. I'll do what's the best for me, but I ended up thinking about you the whole day, and got you this ring from Tiffany just to say, I love you more than anything in the universe. Mickey shows her a beautiful diamond ring. She smiles in beauty. He places the ring on her middle finger. They kiss. Int. African restaurant, later. Diana and Mickey have dessert, 2 slices of German chocolate cakes. Mickey gazes at her eyes tenderly lost in the moment as she looks at the ring. She then lifts her eyes, and looks at him with seduction. Diana, what's it? Mickey, this girl I know. She has a beauty mark on her cheek. Diana, what about her? There is a pause. He then. Mickey, you are the object of my affection, that brings joy, fever, and heat to my heart sweeter than spring weather, daisies, and summer breeze. Perhaps, I don't know anything about peace, or harmonies that pacify and appease. But love and passion that tease and squeeze. Temptation and seduction are disposition of love toward bad spirits and everything that makes you feel ill at ease. Sometimes, I wish I could fly like a dove, and soar above the clouds and tell the stars in the sky. You are a rose that give new meaning to beautiful love. Yet, may kiss be the punishment to my sin. If it is not your lips that like to light up the screen, your eyes and your face that love to win, the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. I keep find you under my skin. You are a treasure. I think about you day and night, my soul shakes more vehement than earthquake as if my liver were hit with a seizure, even when I spend weekends at leisure. You give me love that no heart and soul can measure. Just looking at you, my heart stopped beating with ecstasy, longing, and pleasure. She smiles in beauty. Diana, that's beautiful. Mickey, I had my moment. Diana, I can see that. There is a pause. Mickey, you know, sometimes, you have to say what's in your heart and hope things turn out of the best. Diana, it's quite seductive. Mickey, it doesn't mean anything without you. Diana, seductive maybe, but you got me wet. He can't help but smile in wonder. Meanwhile, she grabs her drink, takes a sip, and puts it on the table. There is a silent moment. They gaze at each other's eyes quietly. She then. Diana, I heard you're writing a novel about us. Mickey, who told you that? Diana, no one particularly. I read your telepathy. He smiles softly. There is a pause. She then. Diana, is it true? Mickey, if it is true, you'll be the first person to hear about it unless of course it's a secret. Diana, humorously what's it about? Mickey, it's about a man who meets a girl. He falls in love with her. She then gets him into trouble. Diana, what trouble? Mickey, beautiful love. Diana smiles in beauty. She gets up from her chair, walks around the table, sits on his lap, throws her arms around his neck, and kisses him. They kiss French. Diana, tell me something I don't know. Mickey, what do you want to hear? Diana, anything that is poetic, sexy, and quick to the point. There is a pause. He looks at her eyes. He then. Mickey, softly by her lips it hits me in a blink of an eye. As I find myself bleeding on your lips and die, yet eventually resurrect and take a sigh. Every second my heart vows to fall head over heels in love with you deeply, madly, unconditionally till I am high. Nonetheless, I can't help but get lost in your eyes, take a journey into eternity, and tell the stars in the skies, you are a flower that bequeaths aspiration, ambition, desire, and drive to anyone that believes love is a surprise. And a teardrop that bestows fever upon everything that kisses, caresses, smiles, and cries. Yet, nobody thought I would still be with you binding spell and building mystery in candlelight. You anoint my soul with love that feels so right. You define romance forever the way you look tonight. She smiles in beauty. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, Your Body is a Wonderland by John Mayer plays melodiously. Mickey, you want to dance? Diana, sure. They kiss more intimately. Mickey and Diana then get up, come to the open floor, and dance slow with Your Body is a Wonderland. They then kiss. Int. Hotel, Mickey's condominium, bedroom, night. Mickey and Diana make love with Your Body is a Wonderland. It's seductive, steamy, alluring, and passionate. We stay with them with series cuts as they go at it with various sexual positions. It is one of the best sex in the history of cinema. They don't hold anything back as if they were born to make love till their soul catch on fire and explode across the fabric of the cosmos. Int. Living room, later. Mickey and Diana sit in the bathtub that is placed in the middle of the living room surrounded by candles. He is behind. She is resting on his chest. Mickey recites a poem from memory. Mickey, if it were being with you meant killing God, I line first, never look back or even think twice. You get me crucified with those riveting eyes, transcending these passions, the depth of my heart, rack, martyrize, ferocious slice and dice, crucify that passes all the suffering of Christ. My soul leaves to the sky. I rise above the heavens, light and get scattered to the limitlessness. I get disarray, lost, and find myself in the deepest dark. Panic, fear, sweat, wilt, dismay. All of them make their marks. Till you merge out of my heart and glow in my face. Gold beautiful demonic goddess. My soul escapes again, cuddles, squeezes, hugs you tight. More passion, heat, fire, kisses that turn all God's angels and saints into ashes. Passionate sex that makes you sweat blood to the depth of your soul glands. May yet be the genesis of the ends, avidity, the devil testimony. Apocalypse the salvation of the demonic spirit's affinity. Thus, you get overwhelmed by heightened emotion. Aphrodisiac sensation, sexual inflammation, arousing lust, intensifying desire. And get taken into deep intimacy, erotic ecstasy. Sex into the never-written journey, upon sweet hectic blasphemy. Heart dance, muscles tense, body spasm, soul cease, vivum everything detonates. Too late. Roses, beasts, mankind, all creatures, mortal and immortal get cremated. After the mass, I light and rise with golden feathers and dragon wings, holding a sword so mighty, epic, and hellish, that irradiate blood to the smallest sub-atoms. Just tell me what you want. God's head on the plate? Or my heart scourged, lashed weep? Barb fastened deep in great torment? She smiles softly. Diana, I want God's head on the plate. Mickey, humorously I'll get it for you. He gives her a soft kiss on the shoulder. Diana, I'm kidding. I just want your heart in barbed wire without torment. Mickey, it's yours forever. He kisses her on the shoulder. She turns around and gives him her lips. They kiss intimately. Int. Autopsy room, day. Detective Jake and Sylvia. We are looking at the dead bodies of Ava and Marta whom we saw earlier at the Devil's Zone with Josie. A Latino woman named Sylvia Blanco, 34, confirms the cause of their death to Jake. Sylvia, indicating Marta this one has 3.5 grams cocaine, 3.2 grams of heroin and 4.3 Prozac, fluoxetine, that did not even touch her. ACP6 a new deadly neurolysis toxic left her brain dead. Detective Jake, that's sad. Sylvia takes her glove out. Sylvia, with smirk sex and drug are the cornerstone to build this nation toward the new world order. Jake, I couldn't agree more. Jake looks at Ava. Jake, referring to Ava, how old is she? Sylvia, 19. Jake, how about her? Sylvia, 18. Sylvia walks away, off screen. Close up, Jake. He looks at Marta with sympathy. Int. Devil's Zone, Josie condominium, day. We are with Jake, Josie, and an appealing girl named Melissa Trevor, 18. Josie sits on the sofa, holding Melissa next to his heart. Melissa, folding her legs on the sofa, leans under Josie's arms. Jake sits on a sofa, in front of them, puffing weed. Close up, Josie. Reciting Dream Within Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. Josie, I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore. And I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few. Yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep. While I weep, Oh God. Can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Oh God. Can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream? Jake, that's the best way to put it down. Josie, some of us are ahead of our time. We're living in the period that people are trying to clone human with microchips, create artificial intelligence, and inhabit the universe while the Son of Man prophesying the future with the truth, parables, and quantum physics, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Jake, you can come again. Josie, nobody wants to be John the Baptist but Jesus the superstar. Jake, in the world, passion has no place but reason, the odds still favored you. Josie, Jack Kerouac said, the only people for me are the mad ones, the one who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything, at the same time, the one who never yawn or say a commonplace thing but burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. Are you the messenger or the Messiah? Jake, I used to be the one who washed his hands, and hanged them on the cross. But I think I like to bring them to the justice and dust my feet for a change. Josie, justice is illusion designed to make up for what's lost. And what's lost becomes energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. At least that's what they teach you at schools. Jake takes a puff. Jake, just be careful, you days are numbers. He passes the weed to Josie. Josie, my days are always number. And when they are letters, live your life as if it would be the last heartbeat. Josie puffs the weed, breathes the smoke, shotgun, in Melissa's mouth and kisses her French. EXT beautiful sin of the heart, park, night. Mickey, wearing a white muscle shirt, sits on top of a bench. Lillian, who is wearing a wedding gown, lies on the bench, her head is resting on Mickey's lap in the set of beautiful sin of the heart. They are in the middle of conversation. Mickey, I don't know what got in me. Lillian, what's it? Mickey, I'm lost. Lillian, what do you mean you are lost? Mickey, I keep finding you in my heart. Lillian, what's wrong with that? Mickey, why don't you tell me? Lillian, what do you want me to tell you? Mickey, all my body parts, what are you doing in my heart? Lillian, that's where I keep finding you. Mickey, your medicine. Lillian, am I? Mickey, a red tulip caught on fire in my heart. Yet thrill to my soul. Lillian, you have a beautiful soul. Mickey, it got you. Lillian, would it let me go? Mickey, it has to. Lillian, why is that? Mickey, you don't belong to me. Lillian, is that how you feel? Mickey, how I feel isn't important, but I must do the right thing. Lillian, how do you feel? Mickey, love from the bottom of my heart. Lillian, is that infatuation? Mickey, it's the truth, but it's not the right kind of truth. She gets up, sits straight, and gets closer to his lips, talking between soft kisses. Lillian, love is the only right kind of truth out there. They exchange soft kisses. Mickey, you're alluring love. Yet fire to my lips. They exchange soft kisses. Lillian, you have sweet lips. She kisses him French. Mickey, you're pulling my soul. Lillian, softly down by his lips, how's that? Mickey, I would rather keep silent. They exchange soft kisses. Lillian, silent is the greatest sin that you could ever commit to love. She throws her arms around his neck. They kiss intimately. Jimmy, off-screen cut. Pan 2, with a great camera work, we find ourselves with Jimmy and his crew shooting in green screen at the Studio 10. Lillian and Mickey kiss a little bit more and part their lips. Jimmy, to everybody, let's take a quick 30 minutes break. We will get right back and finish it. The crew scatters in the background. Mickey and Lillian get down from top of the bench and sit on the seat. Jimmy walks by Mickey and Lillian. Jimmy rubs Mickey's hair like his kid brother. Jimmy, to both Mickey and Lillian, that's great. Jimmy walks toward his camera equipment. Close up, Lillian and Mickey. They kiss more seductively. Lillian changes her character into sexy and provocative. Lillian, did you have fun last night? Mickey, it's okay. Lillian, I know you fucked her. She kisses him on the lips. Lillian, did you eat her out, or fucked her in the ass? Mickey, don't say that, Buttercup. I just wanted her to be safe. Nothing changes between us. He cuddles her with one arm and kisses her on the cheek. Lillian, I don't give a fuck. I want you to make love to me till the ache disappears from my heart. She gets up and sits on his lap. Lillian, fuck me harder than the devil. Int. Starwagon, day. We see Mickey and Lillian making love, straight passionate fucking, crashing anything in their way. Lillian is breathing heavy. Mickey turns her around, bends her against a table, and hits it heavy, doggy style, as she screams aloud with intense sexual pleasure. He drops her on the floor, gets between her legs, and continues to hit it raw. Mickey then comes inside her as she breathes in and out with sexual gratification. Int. Starwagon, later. Lillian and Mickey, who is smoking a cigarette, lie on a mattress left on the floor. His head is resting on a pillow. Lillian is in the middle of cutting cocaine on Mickey's chest with a credit card while reading a poem that she wrote. Lillian, I thought about how I was going to love you till the day I die. And to feel you at the bottom of my heart, I couldn't help but break down and cry. I didn't know how to get by. I looked at your eyes and acted shy. And whenever I fantasized about kissing your lips, my heart grew wings and flied like the birds in the sky. Yet, you were about to kiss me, because you thought I was sad. You thought I was thirsty. You thought I was mad. But there was no sign. I made no confession. I was just fine. You took me to a place where your lips lure mine. You left my heart in the space where your tongue turns the water on my lips into wine. We were kissing, binding spell, where stars shine above cloud 9. My tears were dry. My irises coyishly played a spy. Though, my heart wanted to testify. It said it didn't know how to tell a lie. I love you like a rose loves a butterfly. We made love and transcended to a place, where fever burns before pride. We did it like stars in the sky till we ran out of breaths, where passion splits ocean and tide. You and I were one, floating like a butterfly, lips to lips, bleeding deep in our souls. Heart for an heart, as if we were saying vengeance is mine, sweeter than eye for an eye. We were kissing behind closed eyelids without a lie. We were infinity. Is it time to say goodbye? I was happy. Where am I? All of a sudden, I was lost, and waked up in the middle of the night. The seductive beat of my heart, I daydream about you from dawn to past twilight. Till the sun sets without a light. I come home, run to my bed, and touch myself in the candlelight. Without your touch, without your kiss, every breath I take, every tear I shed, I wish I were crucified, and resurrected from the dead. Made to your wine and daily bread, if it complement and give your soul passion, and the beautiful color of red. Mickey, That's beautiful. Lillian, thanks. I wrote it a couple of days ago. She throws the papers aside, and continues to cut the cocaine on his chest. Mickey, that's a first-class poetry. Lillian, it's not really a poem. It's lyrics for my upcoming project. It wouldn't have crossed my mind if it wasn't for you. She comes up to his lips and gives him a soft kiss on the lips. Lillian, I'm sorry about those things I said about Diana. I didn't mean to tick you off like that. He smiles softly. Mickey, it's cool. Takes a drag and breathes out the smoke. We are actors. We have to get it out of our system somehow, or it'll kill us. Lillian, takes the cigarette from his hand. I know what you mean. Method acting, a quote by unknown Confederate soldier. I asked God for strength that I might achieve. I was made weak that I might learn humbly to obey. I asked for health that I might do greater things. I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power that I might have the praise of women. I was given weakness that I might feel the need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might enjoy all things. I got nothing that I asked for, but everything I hoped for. Almost despite myself, my unspoken prayers were answered. I am, among all women, most richly blessed. He looks at her in wonder as if she were one of the most gifted stars in the world. Mickey, you keep impressing me. Sometimes, I don't know who you are. You are one of the finest actresses in Hollywood. You are going to do very well for yourself. Lillian, maybe, but I hate those words actor and actress, takes a drag, and exhales the smoke at his face. We're stars with multiple personalities and dynamic feelings that can't be contained by fear, and forces that are maleficent. And sensuality plays a major role in our lives. Yet sometimes, aggression can serve as an impulse to get rid of the negative spirit from our heart. And sex can play a critical role in terms of dealing with our instinct when in times of uncertainty. She gives him the cigarette. He takes the cigarette. Mickey, you sure sound sexy when you talk like that. Lillian, how is that? Mickey, I like your style. You don't really give a fuck about things that leave mankind on the edge of extinction. Like your sense of sexuality. It's staggeringly original. She glances at him while lighting the cocaine. Lillian, it doesn't take a rocket scientist or a sexologist to figure me out. I love sex more than life itself. He smiles softly. Meanwhile, she takes the cigarette from his hand, takes a drag, breathes out the smoke at his lips, and kisses him lasciviously. She gives him the cigarette back, lines the cocaine on his chest, and snores it. On the soundtrack, Super Freak by Rick James plays freakishly. Lillian licks the remaining cocaine from his chest, and gets closer to Mickey. He crashes the cigarette on the ashtray. They kiss French explicitly. Mickey gets her on the bottom. She opens her legs seductively. He gets deep between her legs and kisses her lips as he enters her. Close up, Mickey and Lillian. They kiss more intimately as they continue to make love. Int. Strip club, night. 1. The stage, Lydia, 23, strips with Rick James's Super Freak. Mickey and Jimmy sit at the bar with glasses of scotches and watch Lydia dance exotic. Close up, Lydia. She takes out her bra and throws it at Mickey. It seems they all knows him. Mickey gives her a soft smile, puts the bra on his pocket, grabs his scotch, and takes a sip as Jimmy smokes cigarette. Close up, Mickey and Jimmy. Jimmy, did you start yet? Mickey, any advice? Jimmy, I don't know if I have the best advice. Yet any artist can tell you it is an apex when the art takes the audiences beyond boundaries. But in general movies like Some Like It Hot, Blazing Saddles, there is something about Mary. They are funny but nobody gives you the credit you deserve. Even though it is harder to make people laugh than to scare them, comedy is the last thing you want to do if you want to be taken seriously. But at same time, romantic comedy like Pretty Woman and superhero movies like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, and drama like Titanic, they sell like ice creams in summertime and Christmas trees in December. They'll keep you around for a while. Takes a sip. On the other hand, if you watch movies like Pulp Fiction, Requiem for a Dream, Hard Boiled, LA Confidential, Raging Bull, The Usual Suspects, Seven, Fight Club, Crouching Tiger and Hidden Dragon, Matrix, Vertigo, You and Diana in Seductive Spell of Passion, and again with Lillian in Seductive Mint, those are movies everybody, both men and women sell their kidneys and pay $12 to go watch them. Takes a drag from his cigarette and exhales the smoke. When you write, if the World Series is going on between the Yankees and the Dodgers featuring Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio. Or rather NBA championship between LA Lakers versus Chicago Bulls. West. Versus East featuring the all-time greats, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, we would get LeBron James with the Lakers, West, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and Dirk Nowitzki. They are Team West or rather the Lakers in some unknown universe versus Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls with Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, and Alonzo Mourning. Game 7 of the championship match. They all are at their prime. I know what you are thinking, whatever Michael Jordan plays, even in Alpha Centauri, his team is going to win. But that is not the point. You have to take away not men but the gods and goddesses' attention from the game, and make them watch what you are going to say next or do. Takes a sip from his drink. It's simple. You just have to believe what's classic to you, it'll be classic to every class act audience and artist generation to come. Mickey, I feel you. There is a pause. He then. Mickey, I think Still West is going win. They both laugh. Close up, Lydia. She does a spin around the pole, and continues to dance exotic, checking out Mickey as if he stole her heart right under her breath. Int. Pussycat, later. On the stage, a girl named Tatiana, 21, strips with ushers nice and slow. Close up, Jimmy and Mickey. Jimmy takes a sip from his drink. Jimmy, how's Diana? Mickey, for those who believe life is a stage, and beauty is just ephemeral. She's my legend. Jimmy, that's not infatuation as a character to a beautiful girl. Mickey, beauty itself is a character. A girl doesn't have to say a word, or breathe in order to feel her with every inch of my heart. Beauty is a death sentence. To die for. They all inspire romance, delineate passion, define love, and give art a new meaning. But she. Pause a beat. Superimpose, Mickey at strip club, and Diana in the beach. She is walking down the shoreline barefoot. Mickey, there are no words that can describe her better than beautiful love. And my heart can't say enough about her eyes, asking if she is the one who gave formation to the stars, and rise to oceans and the skies. And when she smiles, no heaven confesses sweeter than pink roses, a roseate gladiolus, and white jasmine that blend in her soul, and glow on her face. Spell and seduction, fever and addiction, the abstract of my feeling and emotion, every butterfly my belly does catch, every star my eyes watch, every kiss my soul does snatch, by far, she has no equal or match. Jimmy, you can write that down. Int. Restaurant, day. Movie set. Alicia sits on top of a table, holding a rose, and drinking a glass of red wine. The restaurant is empty. Mickey enters with a briefcase. He is wearing a white muscle shirt stained with blood, walks toward her, stands few feet in front of her and puts the case on a table. Alicia, did you have fun? Mickey says nothing. She gets up, walks up to the case, and opens the case, only revealing the object inside to herself. Her face lights in diamond as she gets fixated whatever it is. Alicia closes the case and approaches him. She caresses him with the rose, drops the rose, and touches him on his arm, then his thighs with strong sexual seduction. Alicia, time is manifestation of space to remind you that the truth exists within you, and everything that you see and feel is a testament of your greatness and mystical quality. She caresses his neck, feels his muscle, rubs his chest, brings her hand down, and touches his private part. Alicia, softly down by his neck character cannot be juiced in ease and quiet. Only through passion can the soul be strengthened, vision becomes clear, ambition takes shapes, and success is achieved. Aristotle said, we become just by performing just action, temperate by performing temperate actions, brave by performing brave action. I would say the same, you become fair by performing fair action, and legend by performing legendary action. Nevertheless, it doesn't really matter but one act God. And you would then exceed your climax. There is a pause. She continues to touch him sexually down by his groin. Alicia, there is this great potential in you makes you different from the rest. Don't close your eyes. The time is now the ruler of the world to show his face with dignity. She kisses his lips softly. Jimmy, off-screen cut. Pan to, Jimmy. Jimmy gets up from his director chair. Jimmy, that's excellent. Let's wrap it for today. We see the crew moving in the background. Jimmy walks up to Alicia. Jimmy, that's flawless. They kiss. Jimmy, to Mickey it is brilliant. They shake hands and connect their shoulders, greeting with style. Jimmy walks away leaving Alicia and Mickey on the screen. Alicia, do you have reservation? Mickey, it was dinner with Lillian but she flew to New York this afternoon. Alicia, Lady Luck. Montage, Los Angeles City. A quick take of the city of Los Angeles. Skyscrapers at downtown, Mulholland Drive, the Hollywood sign, Sunset Boulevard, Beverly Hills, Melrose, the houses on coastline of Pacific Ocean, and others. EXT Hilton Hotel, bar and restaurant, Sunset. A beautiful twilight. It's first-class bar and restaurant on the top of Hilton Hotel. Mickey and Alicia sit at a table with glasses of whiskey. On the stage, a girl named Jessica sings Tovlo's Habits, Stay High, melodiously. Alicia, Natalie told me you refused to audition for The Art of Seduction, because of breast thing. Mickey, that's not true. I just didn't have time. Alicia, it's a beautiful script. Mickey, I read it. Alicia, you are lying. Mickey, why would I lie? Alicia, okay, what is it about? Mickey, it's about a man, who seduces women and fucks them till they can't take it anymore. Meanwhile, he burns their breasts with cigarette to leave his mark. He is a sadistic. It's based on dangerous liaisons. Alicia, I play Elizabeth. She is manipulative like Marquise Isabelle de Merteuil. You were supposed to play Vincent, a character drawn from Valmont. Mickey, something like that. Alicia, so, why did you say no? Mickey, I didn't feel like auditioning. Natalie knows what's up. If she wants to give me the part, let her come to my house without a single drop of cloth and beg me to take the role. Alicia can't help but smile softly. Alicia, she took the role of Julia. Mickey, yes. Julia is like Madame Marie de Tourvel. Alicia, I wanted to play Julia but changed my mind. I didn't want to play a victim. Mickey, she gets hurt like a flower that blossoms in the rain. Alicia, I am fucking with you. I wanted the role of Julia. It's different from Dangerous Liaisons. She is involved with you in erotic S&M sex. Mickey, I am not going to do it. Alicia, you mean, you haven't made up your mind yet? Mickey, maybe. Alicia, they said she bought the right for the script. Mickey, she did. Alicia, she also served as executive producer. Mickey, that is good. She takes a sip. Alicia, I heard you wanted Selena Gomez for the role of Lolita. That is why you refused to take the role if she is not in the film. Mickey, that is a lie. I don't even know who she is. I mean I have never met her. Alicia, that is not what I heard. Mickey, what did you hear? Alicia, she has a crush on you. Mickey, that is her business. I mean I can't stop a girl from liking me. Alicia, whatever you said. But watch out. She might go to public. She smiles softly. Mickey, I thinks I should take a break. Alicia, what are you going to do? Mickey, hand out the chunk of my heart to those that I genuinely find irresistible. Or give my life to my better half till fever do us apart. She gives him a seductive smile. Alicia, I know you are going to say something eloquent like that. But don't feel bad. I still like your sense of sexuality. Mickey, it's life. You either try to figure it out, or it would try to figure you out. Either way, you're here to get the most out of it. Alicia, how is that? Mickey, we don't really have control over our thoughts. But we'll do anything to better ourselves and fight for the continuation of our species. Alicia, I know what you mean but tell me the truth. What's that statement no Hollywood woman is safe? Are you planning to fuck all of them? He smiles softly. Mickey, totally denying where did you hear that? Alicia, I heard it somewhere. Mickey, where? Alicia, that is not important. Mickey, I didn't say it. This town lives on gossips. It's probably publicity. You know, this is how they do it in Hollywood. Alicia, I'm not accusing you. This audio file was created by Panopreter Basic. You can download it at www.panopreter.com. Just thought it's sexy when a man follows his instinct. Mickey, if we follow our instinct and act up on our desire, our hearts before the world would be consumed with fire. Alicia, you are riddle. Mickey, maybe, but tell me if I choose darkness over light, war over peace, the devil over God, lascivious over pure, yet love over hate, would you still look at me straight through my eyes, and say, I am a riddle, while my images, dilating in your irises with lust and craving, and forming two larger-than-life circles in the middle? Alicia, tell me about it. Mickey, fame, drug, sex, money, Hollywood, and the stuff that dreams are made of can't save your soul if you don't stand up what you believe in. You know, your soul dies inside your heart the minute you stop believing on yourself. Alicia, how is that? Mickey, even though, occasionally, sadism and masochism seem the answer, we can't afraid of the unknown and take refuge in the devil. Sin can't lead destiny. I have to cleanse all the sin in my heart with fire and make way for love from here to eternity. She smiles in cynic as if she knew what he was trying to say. Alicia, whatever it works. Mickey, Shakespeare once said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players, they have their exits and their entrances, you go out and shoot a movie for 4 months. It all goes by 1 hour and 30 minutes. Next, you find yourself holding a gun in Blockbuster stores. I guess it's not bad for a kid who grows up, dreaming to be like Tom Cruise. Alicia, are you complaining? Mickey, no, I am not complaining. I just expect too much from myself. Alicia, we all expect too much from our heroes as well. He smiles softly. Mickey, they will talk about me a million years from now, and beyond. I am not going to leave nothing to chance. You know, they are going to say, there was nobody like him in the history of mankind. She smiles in beauty. There is a pause. She looks at his eyes seductively. She then. Alicia, you are smart. Mickey, humorously I am not that smart. Even in Harry Met Sally everybody says, I'll have what she is having is the most famous catchphrase in romantic comedy. But I thought Meg Ryan faking orgasm scene is the greatest movie line in cinema. She smiles softly. Alicia, I couldn't agree more. There is a pause. She takes a sip. Alicia, I saw you writing. Mickey, it's nothing. Alicia, what's it? Mickey, I don't know what it is yet. It is only a plot. You know, somehow, to bring a feminine aura, her inner beauty, mystery, sensuality, and appeal, basically her soul to its most defining point. Alicia, it sounds intriguing. Mickey, humorously another way to say it's a love story. Alicia, playing along I like love stories. I can't get enough of them. Mickey, a boy falls in love with a girl. He then breaks her heart. Later, he makes it up to her. They get back and turn the world upside down. Alicia, that is not bad. She gives him a soft seductive smile. There is a pause. Alicia takes a sip. She then. Alicia, I heard you went out with Diana. Mickey, you know, I missed her so much. The blood in my vein turned into poison. My entire heart has become the habitation of fallen angels without her. It's a miracle that I am still alive, breathing. She smiles in beauty. Alicia, did you tell her that? Mickey, she knows that. But she thinks I'm into my characters and every actress that I work with. She doesn't trust me. She is seducing him with her eyes. Alicia, how is that? Mickey, it's a fairy tale. Alicia, what do you mean by fairy tale? Mickey, all that's lie, tabloids, internet. I am sleeping with this girl and that girl. You know, she thinks I am promiscuous. She smiles softly. Alicia, what about Lillian? She is head over heels in love with you. Mickey, she is wild. Alicia, are you in love with her? Mickey, every time I see her, I just can't help it. Something about her draws me toward her. Alicia, what's it? Mickey, I don't know, it could be her sense of sensuality. She is cocaine, addictive. I had some of the best sex of my life with her. She gives him a seductive look. On the soundtrack, Simply the Best by Tina Turner plays melodiously. She takes out a cigarette. Mickey picks up the lighter from the table and lights her cigarette. She takes a drag and exhales the smoke by his face. Alicia, where is your favorite place to escape? Mickey, I wish I could say it is in my heart. But I get lost there. Passion has consumed every love that I had in my heart. Alicia, I guess even though I'm wild at heart, I shouldn't say a word about passion or come near there. Mickey, it won't hurt. You're somewhere under my skin as soft as true love. Alicia, do you expect me to be wet with that true love? Or you want me to use my imagination? Mickey, what do you want me to say? Alicia, you would have sounded much cuter if you had said, quoting William Shakespeare, my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun, and yet, by heaven she belied with false compare. He smiles softly. Mickey, I can get melodramatic than that. Out of nowhere, she produces her underwear, throws it at his chest, and winks at him. Alicia, let's not waste time. Int. Hotel, Mickey's bedroom, night. Mickey and Alicia make love. It is seductive, steamy, and passionate. We stay with them for a bit. Int. Hotel, Mickey's bedroom, night. Mickey and Alicia, who is smoking a cigarette, lie on the bed without a single drop of clothes. Alicia's waist is twisted in semi-yoga form. She is looking at Mickey, who is leaning behind her at the opposite side nude. At the moment, Mickey is lining cocaine on Alicia's hip, near her buttock. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Alicia, you said earlier you were writing a movie script. What is the title? Mickey, Quantum Kill. Alicia, what is it about? Mickey, it's a murder mystery. A man named Calvin, who may or may not be innocent, is charged for killing of his unfaithful wife and her lover after he caught them making love at the house. All the evidence points against him, a murder weapon with his fingerprint, motive, and blood-stained clothes. At the same time, a surveillance camera in a club called Blues shows he was talking to a girl named Sophia. She says he was with her the whole time. He didn't go anywhere. She gives them a video of Calvin and her making love that she secretly recorded, so she would post it on the internet and make an earning. She is a professional con artist. She seduces guys and take them to her house and video records them. Luckily, he walks away free, they have no choice but to let him go due to the video, believing he was with her. Meanwhile, the lead detective Veronica, who thinks he is guilty, continues to investigate the case, digging deeper. She finds out when Calvin was 14, he shot and killed his stepfather who was beating his mother and raping his sister. Even though the police found his fingerprint on the murder weapon, the teacher and his classmates said they saw him at the classroom, which means whenever he experiences trauma, he could be multiple places at the same time, like a particle in quantum physics. His mother confessed wrongfully for the murder and went to prison. And she kept silent till her death due to cancer. In her diary, his sister wrote that it was her brother, who shot and killed her stepfather. He beat her mother and tried to rape her but Calvin shot him. Later, Veronica, who has been involved in sexual relationship with the suspect, confronts Calvin after she discovers a video of him, killing Sophia while he was at her house, making love to her. Calvin tries to tell her they are two total different persons. He is haunted by all those memories. But truly, he didn't kill anyone. It's like split personality with two different living and breathing souls. But Veronica thinks it's better to be safe than sorry, shoots and kills him after Calvin too confronts her. Alicia, that's one of the most fascinating stories I have ever heard for a while. But where did you get your inspiration? Mickey, I was sitting at coffee shop with Lillian in Malibu. This guy walks in and sit at the corner where there is a mirror. I don't know, he wasn't really bothering me, or anything, but was wearing a flat cap hat. I don't like that style of hat for some reason. It irritates me like a phobia. I wanted him to get up and leave the coffee house. It was one of those days my brain playing tricks on me. The guy began to read newspaper. That was it. I looked at the image inside the mirror and assumed that he got up and left. Maybe, he killed his wife while his blueprint sitting and reading newspaper at the coffee house. Alicia, that's something. But tell me. Do you take sexual enhancement drugs? Mickey, no. Why did you ask? Alicia, unless you're some kind of sex machine, I never met anyone who fucks like you. Your stamina is too incredible. Mickey, I used to run 10 miles in 1 hour, do 2,000 military push-up, 300 sit-up, and 50 pull-up every morning before I broke my collarbone and cracked my shoulder blade, you know, doing that stunt in the set of Confession of a Hitman. Alicia, did it hurt? Mickey, it was painful. But completely healed within 4 months. Alicia, you are Superman. But what's military push-up? Mickey, instead of doing it flat, you clap as you get up, like Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. He shows her what he means by military push-up. Alicia, it could be the push-up or that quantum thing. Take a drag from her cigarette and breathe the smoke by his face. It is the best sex of my life. He smiles softly. Mickey, I kind of figured that out. You know, I have to give to you as well. You were so hypersensitive. I felt electricity with each penetration as if I were making love to you in zero gravity infested with electrical energy and precipitation. You have a scrumptious vagina. She smiles in beauty. He snores a line of cocaine. On the soundtrack, the sign by Ace of Base plays melodiously. He slowly turns, and kisses her hips. She takes a drag, breathes out the smoke, puts the cigarette on the ashtray, turns around, and faces Mickey. He gets between her legs. They kiss French and continue to make love. Mickey's bedroom, night. Alicia and Mickey make love with series cuts. Int. Hotel, living room, later. Mickey and Alicia lie on the sofa covered on a single blanket, watching Sex and Lucia, starring Paz Vega. They are naked. Mickey is behind, cuddling Alicia lovingly. Then, someone tries to open the door from outside. Alicia turns her attention to the door. Mickey looks at the door. Mickey, I will get it. Mickey gently pushes Alicia aside and gets up as the chain holds the door. He puts his shirt, walks to the door, and sees through the crack. He lifts the chain off, and opens the door, revealing Diana. Living room and corridor, night. She is wearing an erotic red and black fishnet teddy, a hat, sunglass, leather boots, and holding a bottle of red wine, a red rose, and a raincoat. Diana stands at the door almost nude. Her way of saying surprise. Diana, happy birthday. He looks surprised. She drops her coat, wraps her arms around his neck, and gives him a delicious smooch on the lips as he kisses her, greeting. Diana, I heard that bitch went to New York. Mickey, in the middle of her sentence it isn't a good time. Diana sees Alicia sitting nude on the sofa. Mickey, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Diana drops everything that she holds in her hands and slaps him across his face. She takes out her sunglass and throws at him. Mickey holds her hand as she is about to walk away. Mickey, don't go, sweetheart. Diana, let me go. She frees her hand and begins to walk faster toward the elevator, down the corridor. He picks her coat, and follows her. Mickey, wait. He tries to hold her hand but she doesn't let him. Diana, leave me the fuck alone, Mickey. I don't want to see you again. She continues to walk toward the elevator. He holds her arm. Mickey, it's not what you think, sweetheart. Diana, what's the fuck that supposed to mean? He doesn't have an answer. Diana, tears fill her eyes in a heartbeat. The whole time I thought you loved me, Mickey. But you were just toying with my emotion. Mickey, that is not true. I love you from the bottom of my heart, sweetheart. I swear I wouldn't do anything. She puts her hand on his lips. Diana, please, Mickey, don't say a single fucking word. Or I swear I'll throw myself from this building. She throws her arms around his neck and kisses him with all her heart passionately. He tries to kiss her more. But she pushes him away. Diana, no, Mickey. I don't want to do this. I must go. It's not worth it. I don't know whether it's you, or me that is crazy. She turns around, and walks to the elevator. Mickey follows her. Mickey, following her sweetheart. At least put some cloth on. We can talk about it some other time. She comes to the elevator, and presses a button. Mickey comes up to her and holds her arm. Mickey, wait. Just hear me. Diana, what is it? She stares at his eyes. He gazes at her eyes. The elevator door opens in the background. There is a pause. The elevator door closes. As soon as she cools down. He then. Mickey, I love you, sweetheart, from the depth of my soul. I mean it. Let them call it madness. Let them call it insanity. There is not a single day that has gone by without thinking about you, or a night that has passed without dreaming about you, always holding you next to my heart. I swear it's like out-of-body experience, as if some part of me were absent. My heart is gone forever. Pause, he looks at her eyes tenderly. If you want to walk away from this, so let it be. I know I've always loved you with all the angels and demons in my heart. I'll continue to love you with all my sense of presence, fantasy, desire, and reality till love do us part, as if you were the only person that has ever existed in the universe and the vast infinity. And kiss your lips in my dream as if passion were created just for you and me. On the soundtrack, We Belong Together by Mariah Carey plays melodiously. She tenderly puts one arm around his neck with style and kisses his lips softly. He kisses her. They kiss tenderly. She parts her lips. All of a sudden, a new character is born in her eyes, seductive and delicious. Diana, Gazing softly at his eyes, I am going miss you, Mickey. You are irreplaceable. I won't ever love anyone like I have always loved you. She gives him a soft kiss on the lips, and taps his cheek with a soft slap stylishly. Diana, take care, baby. He couldn't help but smile softly. At the same time, his eyes are filled with tears as she turns and walks away. Diana presses the elevator button. The door opens. She looks at his eyes. Diana, bye. He doesn't say anything. Mickey's POV. She walks into the elevator almost nude, turns, and stands with style, leaning at the right corner of the elevator. The elevator door closes. Int. Elevator, moving, night. Close up, Diana. Her eyes are filled with tears as well. She closes her eyes. Tears falls by her cheeks like oil on a duck's back. She wipes her tears with her hand. She then presses the emergency button. The elevator stops halfway. She continues to dry her tear with her hand. She then waits for something. After a few seconds, she smiles in beauty, looking at the camera as if she knew something that we didn't know. Yet, meanwhile, her tears escape from her heart and continue to pour out of her eyes like a rose that dances with the sun in the rain. She dries her tears with her hand and presses the start button. The elevator starts. It descends and opens at the lobby, revealing Mickey, who is standing with the rose. He is breathing heavy. He must have run down the staircase. He looks exhausted. He collects his breath and acts cool. Diana looks at his eyes and smiles in tenderness. Int. Elevator, night. Mickey walks in and kisses her. She cuddles, kisses him intimately. They kiss more passionately as the elevator door closes behind us. Int. Hotel, living room, night. Back to Alicia. She watches news on the TV, folding her legs like a 17-year-old girl who likes romantic films while smoking cigarette. TV. Carrie Allen, 28, reports a major drug bust that went down last morning. Carrie, police seized a major drug at Mosley Warehouse in Los Angeles Yard this morning. Alicia grabs the remote control and increases the volume. Close up, TV. Carrie, FBI said they recovered over 200 kilos cocaine that estimated worth about $200 million in open market. 14 people die, 8 critical injured including 4 FBI officers. On the soundtrack, In the Club by 50 Cent plays melodiously. We zoom inside the TV at Mosley Junkyard, and do flashback. EXT Mosley Junkyard, day. It's a typical junkyard. We see beat up cars throughout the yard. Edward Penn, a major drug trafficker, 38, and Diego, the same drug trafficker whom we saw at the Devil Zone, doing business with Josie, stand waiting for a shipment. In the background, we see Edward's bodyguards standing with machine guns. They are making sure things go according to the plan. On the soundtrack, In the Club continues to play melodiously. Then comes a Isuzu truck to the garage and pull in front of Edward. A man named Seth Jordan, 42, is behind the wheel. Roger Benson, 39, an FBI undercover, sit in passenger seat. Cut to the back of the Isuzu truck. Roger opens a carton with a switchblade, takes out a box that says Swans Down, cake flour, opens it and pulls out a bag of cocaine. It's hard to tell whether it's cocaine or flour. He shows the cocaine to Edward, Diego, and Jake. Edward gives his bodyguard sign to show them the money. The bodyguard Donald opens the briefcase, revealing stacks of dollars, worth about $50 million. Then, out of nowhere come LAPD, Jake, DEA, FBI agents, Special Forces SWAT, swarm the area, drawing their guns. Chief of FBI David Johnson, 49, is present. David, FBI. Freeze. You're all under arrest. Jake, to Diego, drop your fucking weapons now. Diego quickly brings his gun up. Before he does anything stupid, Jake shoots him 3 times in the chest like a good action film. Diego goes down. Meanwhile, one of the goons, who is standing next to Edward, shoots Jake in the chest multiple times. Jake goes down, shooting. The SWAT shoots the goon. Then everybody goes at it. Bullets flying everywhere, hitting the bad guys and police officers. We see the law enforcement agents and the criminals firing and getting shot randomly like a good action film in 90s. EXT Junkyard, later. The police won the battle. We see all the criminals under arrest. David takes Edward Penn, who is cuffed behind, to the police car, puts him in the back seat and closes the door behind him. David then takes out a cigarette and walks toward Roger. David offers Roger the cigarette. Roger takes the cigarette. David lights it for him. David, did you hear anything from Mr. Steinberg today? Roger, he made few calls, but none of them are incriminating except if you guys can get Edward Penn here to testify against him. We got nothing. David, we can manage to do that. He is a rat. But what about the actress? Miss Hayes. Olivia informed me that her life is in great danger. What does Mr. Steinberg think about her safety? Roger, he said as long as he is alive the girl not to be touched. But I doubt it. With all the drug and cash flow that he got himself with Oscar Hector, she's nothing but a cat on a thin ice in a hot summer day. Montage. Note, we are going to watch Ziggy, Leah, and the 3 are Raven, Reno, and Raphael, 5 of the deadliest assassins in the face of the earth, taking out major drug trafficker before dawn in a seductive montage. On the soundtrack, Express Yourself by Madonna plays melodiously. A. Int. S&M Club, night. Cadden Russell, the FBI informer whom we saw at Devil's Own, sits on the sofa between two young attractive girls, Jessica and Annie at VIP section. Cadden is kissing Jessica. 5 bodyguards stand nearby making sure he is safe. Close up, Cadden, Annie, and Jessica. He kisses Annie as Jessica rubs his private part. Then out of nowhere comes a small mean-looking man, Ziggy, 26, shoots 5 of his bodyguards in a heartbeat. He quickly turns his gun, shoots Cadden in the chest 3 times, turns around, and walks toward the direction of the camera like a ghost. B. Int. Strip club, night. A provocative girl named Raven Troy, 24, dances on the stage. Down the stage, 2 major Turkish drug traffickers Ismail, 29, and Sheriff, 36, and a mob named Tony Gucci, 48, watch Raven dance. Close up, Raven. She looks at Reno while dancing. Down the stage, Reno, a good-looking man, 32, sits at a table with a glass of scotch, watching Raven. He gives her a sign with a nod. Raven nods at him back. She walks into the backstage, comes right back with a silencer, and shoots 3 of them on the spot, Ishmael, Sheriff, and Tony. Meanwhile, Reno quickly gets up and shoots 6 goons, who was standing there as bodyguards. He kills all of them with amazing speed. Close up, Raven. She walks up to Reno. He approaches her. They kiss French. C. Int. Blue Lake Hotel, penthouse, night. A seductive Asian girl Leah, 25, wearing Catwoman costume, has sex with Boris Ustin. She is on top of him riding him fanatically as if she found a zebra in Halloween. Int. Blue Lake, hallway, night. A cool-looking man Raphael, 33, takes out 2 silencers as he walks down the hallway. Int. Blue Lake, penthouse, night. Back to, Leah and Boris. They continue to have sex. Close up, Leah. Out of nowhere Leah produces a sharp chopstick and stabs Boris in the neck multiple times like a stone-cold serial killer. Blood gashes out of his neck like a bad water fountain. She continues to have sex with him like a necrophilia, person who is sexual attracted to the dead. Int. Blue Lake, penthouse, corridor, night. 6 bodyguards stand guarding the door. Out of nowhere comes Raphael, and shoots all of them on the spot. EXT/int. Blue Lake penthouse, night. Leah, holding a whip, opens the door, revealing Raphael as he is about to knock the door. Close up, Raphael and Leah. She puts the whip around his neck and kisses him. They kiss French. He picks her up and takes her inside, joining lips to lips. Raphael closes the door with his feet behind the camera. EXT Mickey's Hotel, rooftop, sunset. We're back to Diana and Mickey on top of the building. Mickey is sitting on the edge of the roof. Diana rests on Mickey's lap. He is reading one of his letters to her that he wrote. Mickey, I hear birds sing. I see flowers pleasantly blossom, a rose petal floating on a stream, a teardrop in my belly and snowflakes in my dream, tulips, daises, and golden leaves, blue and peach skies. I have rested on green grasses, danced with the stars in moonlight, and chased butterflies. I have watched rivers, lakes, oceans, seas. Things in their finest appearances. In my heart, I have been in Paris. I have been in Florence. I have been around the world, searching for the meaning of romance. And as beautiful as your sexy eyes light my soul in concupiscence, and your spellbinding lips in appetence, in the dictionary of love, without hindrance, without obedience, without resistance, you are the definition of my very existence. Diana, read it to me again. There is a pause. Mickey, what's it? Diana, I want you to read it over and over till you mean it. There is a pause. Mickey drops the letter. It floats in the air like a feather. Mickey, from memory I hear birds sing. I see flowers pleasantly blossom, a rose petal floating on a stream, a teardrop in my belly and snowflakes in my dream, tulips, daises, and golden leaves, blue and peach skies. I have rested on green grasses, danced with the stars in moonlight, and chased butterflies. I have watched rivers, lakes, oceans, seas. Things in their finest appearances. In my heart, I have been in Paris. I have been in Florence. I have been around the world, searching for the meaning of romance. And as beautiful as your sexy eyes light my soul in concupiscence, and your spellbinding lips in appetence, in the dictionary of love, without hindrance, without obedience, without resistance, you are the definition of my very existence. There is a pause. Diana, I'm so lost without you, Mickey. Mickey says nothing. He kisses the tip of his index finger, and touches her lips. She gets up. They cuddle affectionately and kiss. Close up, Diana and Mickey. They kiss more passionately. She then parts her lips. Diana, I must tell you something. Mickey, what is it? Diana, I killed Peter. Mickey, what do you mean you killed Peter? Diana, I killed him by accident. Flashback. Int. Diana and Peter's villa house, kitchen, day. Peter prepares breakfast, omelets. On the soundtrack, we found Love by Rihanna plays. Int. Bathroom, day. It looks like a living room. It is one of the biggest bathroom we have ever seen in our lives. It has a luxurious bathtub, a big jacuzzi, a steam room, and an exclusive shower box designed with mirror, and other things. There is a beautiful glass vase on a drawer that has a fresh cut red rose. Diana, who is wearing a shirt and purple Victoria's Secret underwear, are in the middle of brushing her teeth, while humming We Found Love with Rihanna. It is playing on the stereo as well. Int. Kitchen, day. Peter turns off the stove, grabs a small bag from the kitchen table, opens the bag, takes out a syringe, and a small glass container that has a colorless poison. Peter fills the syringe 1/3 with poison. Int. Bathroom, day. Diana continues to brush her teeth while humming. Living room, day. Peter walks toward the bathroom with the syringe. Bathroom, day. Then suddenly, Diana has to take a leak. She quickly spits the toothpaste in the sink, puts her toothbrush in a bag, places it at the other side of the drawer, and slams the door without looking just as Peter enters. The syringe jabs in his neck by accident. He falls on the floor and dies at the spot. Diana looks at him in shock. Yet she has to take a leak. She drops her underwear and takes a leak. She then puts her underwear back, flashes the water, and looks at the dead body of Peter's. EXT rooftop, night. Back to Mickey and Diana. Mickey, what didn't you tell me earlier? Diana, it makes no difference. Mickey, did you call 911? Diana, no, I pulled the syringe out of his neck and laid his body in the jacuzzi at the bathroom. I then threw the syringe in the ocean. Mickey, why did you do that? You should haven't touched anything. Diana, I thought the police were not going to believe me. You know, I was upset. I hit his head with a vase several times till it broke on his head. Mickey, fuck. We have to get rid of the body. Diana, how are we going to get rid of it? Mickey, we are going to bury it in the forest. Diana, you mean like Goodfellas that we watched together? Mickey, just like Goodfellas. As far as I remember, I wanted to be a gangster. They kiss French. On the soundtrack, Mirror by Justin Timberlake plays melodiously. Int. Mickey's Mercedes, moving, night. 2017 black Mercedes. Mickey is behind the wheel. Diana sits in the passenger seat. They are driving in the Pacific Coast Highway. EXT Mickey's Mercedes, moving, night. Medium shot of the Mercedes as it continues to drive in the Pacific Coast Highway. We then take it with overhead shot looking at the houses at Oceanside in Malibu. EXT Diana and Peter's villa, night. An established shot of Diana and Peter house. Mercedes, night. Mickey and Diana come driving and park their car in front of the house. They get out of the car and walk to the house. Diana opens the door. Diana and Mickey enter. Int. Villa, night. They come to the living room. The music on the soundtrack falls in the background and plays softly. Diana walks to the private bar. Mickey stands in the middle of the living room. Mickey, it's in the bathroom? Diana, yes. But let me get a glass of whiskey. I am nervous as hell. I have never done this before, getting rid of a body. He can't help but smile in wonder. Mickey, you might as well pour a glass for me too. I have never done it either. She smiles in beauty, grabs a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue, and pours it in 2 separate glasses. She gives him the liquor. Mickey takes it. She grabs her drink. Diana, cheers. Mickey, cheers. They connect their glasses and take sips. Diana grabs a remote control and plays Mirror on the stereo. She takes a big sip and gives Mickey her hand to dance. He has a sip, puts the drink on the counter, and takes her hand. They come to the open floor and begin to dance slow. There is a silent moment. They are dancing quietly. She then. Diana, I wish this moment lasted forever. Mickey, it will last in my heart for eternity. She smiles in beauty. There is a pause. They continue to dance silently. Diana, sweetie. Mickey, what is it, true love? Diana, I love you. Mickey, I love you too. They kiss French. Mickey, come on. Let's get rid of the body. Mickey and Diana walk toward bathroom. Int. Bathroom, night. We see the body of Peter inside the jacuzzi. His face is covered with blood as if someone spit open his head with a small axe. Mickey and Diana walk in. Mickey looks at the corpse. Mickey, it's fucked up he has to go out like this. Diana, I didn't mean to kill him. It's an accident. Then things got out control. Mickey, accident is the #1 cause of death in Malibu. She smiles softly. Diana, he was trying to kill me. Mickey, don't worry about him. He is dead, baby. Mickey gets closer to corpse. Mickey, we might need a couple of trash bags. We are going to cut him into pieces and drop him in the Pacific Ocean. Diana, no, don't cut him. It's disgusting. Mickey, it's a joke. We are just going to bury him in the forest at Santa Monica Mountain, down by my old house in Topanga Canyon. Joking, maybe, we will just feed him to coyotes. She hits him on the arm playfully. They kiss French. Cut to living room, later. Mickey ties Peter's corpse in trash bags with robes like a Christmas tree. Diana stands and looks at him. Mickey, let's take him to the garage. Mickey grabs his head. Diana holds his feet. They pick him up and move down the living room. Diana, it's heavy. Mickey, it's fucking heavy like a rock. They walk toward the direction of the camera. Int. Garage, night. The garage looks like a house. We see 7 expensive sport cars, 2017 Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, 2014 Cadillac CTS, 2017 Lamborghini Veneno, 2017 AMG SL63 Mercedes-Benz, 2017 Porsche 911, 2016 Aston Martin DB9, and 2015 Chevrolet Corvette. Mickey and Diana put the body on the floor. Diana, let's take my Porsche. Mickey, do you think he would fit in the trunk? Diana, the trunk is in front of the wheel. She grabs the key from the board and opens the trunk at the front. Mickey looks at it. Mickey, it would fit fine, except there is one problem. I don't like the idea of driving a car with a dead person in front of me. Diana, I will drive. Mickey, no, I don't want you to drive a car with a dead person. It's bad luck. Diana, what is bad luck, driving a car with a dead person? Or driving a car with dead person in front of you? Mickey, driving car with a dead person. But the passenger is safe. You know, since I am going to get hit with bad luck no matter what, I might as well drive a car with a dead person behind me. It's like last meal before they fried your brain. It kind of reminds me Sin City. Is that the best you got? Diana, I feel you. Instead we will take Lamborghini. Mickey, you have a good taste. But he won't fit in the trunk. Let's take the Benz. He might fit there. Mickey grabs the key from the board, opens the trunk, and looks at it. Mickey, it's perfect. He walks up to the corpse. Mickey, give me hand, sweetheart. Mickey holds the rope by the shoulders. Diana grabs his feet. They pick up the corpse, move to the Benz, and place it in the trunk. It fits like the glass shoe on Cinderella's foot. Mickey closes the trunk. Mickey, let's get out of here. Mickey gets behind the wheel. Diana enters at the passenger seat. Int. Benz, night. Mickey starts the car. Mickey, how do you opens the garage door? Diana, it's over there. Just press 1 2 3 4. Mickey clicks a button, plays Thunderstruck by AC/DC, drives just a little bit, and stops at security checkpoint. It looks like RFID reader at mall parking garage. He applies the code Uno, Do, TRE, Quattro. The door opens in ease. Mickey and Diana exit the garage. EXT garage, night. The door closes automatically. Mickey and Diana get onto the street and drive away. Int. Benz, moving, night. Mickey and Diana sing Thunderstruck with AC/DC while driving. Diana, fuck. We forgot shovels. Mickey, do you have any shovel? Diana, I don't know. He might have kept somewhere at his storage room. Mickey, but you are not sure. Diana, only 10%. Mickey, let's just go to Home Depot and buy a new shovel. An established shot of the Benz driving on the Pacific Coast Highway. We then take it with overhead shot, looking down the Benz, and it continues to drive in Malibu. EXT websites Depot Inc., night. It's located on Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles. It opens 24 hours. Benz. Mickey and Diana come driving and park the car at the parking lot. They get out of the car and walk to the store. Int. Websites Depot Inc., night. Mickey and Diana come to tool section. Mickey grabs 2 shovels. They move down a couple of aisles, and comes to flashlight section. Mickey puts down the shovels on the floor, grabs a big flashlight, and checks the light. It is a powerful flashlight. He gives the flashlight to Diana and grabs the shovels. They walk up to the checkout. A clerk named Sophia ring the items. Mickey plays her with cash and tells her to keep the change. Mickey and Diana exit the store with their items. EXT websites Depot Inc., night. Mickey and Diana come to the Benz. Mickey opens the door, places the shovel in the back seat, gets behind the wheel, and opens the door for Diana. Int. Benz, night. Diana gets in the passenger seat, puts the flashlight in the back seat, comes up to Mickey, places her arms around him, and kisses him. He kisses her. Close up, Mickey and Diana. They kiss more intimately. Diana gets back to her seat. Mickey starts the car. They drive away. EXT Benz, moving, night. Medium shot of the Benz as it drives on the street of Sunset Boulevard. EXT Topanga Canyon, night. Mickey digs a hole with shovel. Diana stands with a flashlight. We see the corpse of Peter on the ground nearby. EXT Topanga Canyon, later. Mickey has dug a big hole. It is enough to bury a horse. Diana looks at the grave with flashlight. She says something wise, Mickey smiles softly, and tells her something humorous, but we don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Mickey rolls the body and places it in the grave. He then begins to cover it with dirt. EXT Topanga Canyon, minutes later. Diana sits on the hood of the Benz, smoking cigarette. The car lights are on. Mickey puts the shovel in the trunk and closes it. He walks up to Diana and stands between her legs. They talk between soft kisses. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. Mickey then alluringly removes Diana's underwear. She lies on her back. Mickey kisses her vagina softly, lifts her left leg, and places it on his shoulder and begins to give her oral pleasure. Close up, Diana. She is dying with passion. She bites her lips and signs in and out, deeper and deeper with pleasure. Meanwhile, Her eyes are filled with tears. Then two pair of tears fall on the sides of her face as she reaches climax. Diana pulls Mickey hair and comes forward. They kiss intimately. She then begins to open his pant. She wants to have sex. Mickey doesn't need help in that department. He removes his pant completely, throws it away, gets between her legs, and kisses her lips sweetly. She kisses him. They kiss more intimately. Mickey then grabs her buttocks and enters her enchantingly as they begin to make love. Mickey is entering her deliciously. It seems she is melting with each penetration as if fire were burning her soul. Cut to. Mickey bends Diana on the hood and hits it doggy style with amazing speed. Diana is burning. It seems she can't take it anymore. She is wet with multiple orgasm. Mickey then pulls her hair, increases the speed, comes inside her, and kisses her lips. They both falls on the ground with exhaustion. Diana gets on top of Mickey. Diana, I want some more. Mickey smiles in wonder. They kiss French. Int. Diana and Peter's house, bedroom, night. Mickey and Diana make love surrounded by candles. It's steamy, seductive, romantic, and passionate. We stay with them with series cuts as they go at it with various sexual position, better than XXX pornography. Fade to black. Fade in. EXT/int. Mickey's convertible bends, moving, day. Mickey is behind the wheel. Diana sits in the passenger seat. She has a white reddish rose on her lips, chewing the stem. On the soundtrack, I Got You Under My Skin by Frank Sinatra plays melodiously. Mickey glances at her and sees the rose on her lips as the light reflects on her face. He wouldn't miss it for eternity. Mickey takes out his cell phone. She turns her face, he photographs her while driving. He looks at the picture, and smiles softly. He puts the picture on the foreground of his cell phone screen, kisses it, and puts it back in his pocket. First, she doesn't want to ask him to see it. Then she takes out the stem, and gazes at him silently. He just continues to drive as if he were driving spaceship, till he glances at her. Finally, she gives him a seductive look and opens her palm as if she were saying, "Let me see it." He takes out the cell phone from his pocket and gives it to her. She looks at the picture and can't help but smile in beauty as if she knew she is the most beautiful girl in the world. Diana, it's okay. Mickey, that's how you get even with time. She checks the phone. Diana, when did you get the cell phone? Mickey, a couple of days ago. Diana, it's pretty. She gives him the phone back. He takes it and puts it back on his pocket. Diana puts the rose back on her mouth and begins to chew the stem. There is a silent moment. Diana then pulls the rose out of her mouth. Diana, where are you going? Mickey, we are going to Mulholland Drive. Diana, why are we going to Mulholland Drive? Mickey, I have to get my stuff from Lillian. Diana, why are you still going out with that bitch? She is a slut. Mickey, she's kind, sweetheart. Diana, I heard she's a lesbian. Mickey, humorously, she never told me that. Diana, what's that supposed to mean? Mickey, it's nothing. If you were a lesbian, I would have loved you just as the way you are. She smiles softly, and comes up to him. Diana, would you have eaten my pussy with whipped cream? He can't help but smile in wonder. She caresses his ear with her lips as he continues to drive down the street. She then. Diana, softly, why are you going to her house? Mickey, to grab few things. It will only take a minute. We're taking vacation to the Bahamas, till things cool off. She climbs on his lap and kisses him on the lips. Medium shot of Mickey's convertible. It wobbles between the lanes as they kiss. Mickey gets a control of the car, drives a little bit, hold Diana tight, and spins this car 180 degree. A white BMW comes driving at them and misses them by few inches. Other cars drive by them to avoid from hitting the bends. Mickey then pulls his car in the middle of the lanes, facing the opposite side of the street without giving a fuck. It's one of the sexiest takes in cinema history. Mickey's car in the middle of the street. Mickey and Diana kiss French in the sunset as cars drive by their Mercedes left and right. Int. Lillian's mansion, night. Lillian walks across the huge living room and comes up to the door, and opens it, revealing Mickey. Lillian, under her breath, Mickey. She jumps on him. He hugs her. She gives him a big smooch on the lips. He kisses her and carries her inside. Mickey, when did you get back from New York? Lillian, few minutes ago. I fucking missed you. I called you. Where were you? Mickey, I was. Before he finishes his sentence, she kisses him. They kiss more intimately. Mickey, softly, I have to talk to you. Lillian, what's it? He puts her down on the floor. Mickey, Diana. Lillian, what about her? Mickey, I'm going away for a few days to the Bahamas with her if it is okay with you. She pushes him and runs to the kitchen. Mickey follows her. Kitchen, day. She comes to the kitchen table and grabs a big knife. Lillian, pointing the knife at him, I'm gonna fucking cut your heart, faggot. Mickey sees the knife. He stops. Lillian, you might as well open my chest and stab my heart with a fucking knife. Mickey turns his character from nice guy into a serious man. Mickey, stop it. He grabs her hand. Lillian, crying/fighting, fuck you. Why don't you just take the knife and jab it in my lungs, cunt? Mickey takes the knife from her hand and throws it away as she continues to say whatever that comes to her mind. He holds her behind firmly. Mickey, stop it, Lillian. Down by her neck passionately. You know how much I love you. I swear I don't care if the whole hell break loose and free all the butchers and bloodthirsty demons. Let them come, and skin me alive. No one can take away the love I have for you as long as I live. Kisses her on the neck. But she needs me, Lillian. And I need her. I love that girl so much. I don't care if the wrath of God falls upon the earth and destroy all living things. I won't stop loving her till my soul perishes in hell. There is a pause. He then. But forgive me. I have cheated. I have lied to you so many times. There are forces beyond our understanding make us do things that we are not proud of. The devil tests us our faith in each other. Maybe I am the devil himself. But my heart knows that we are created from the breath of love. We have the power to change. To believe love will always prevail no matter what. I will always cherish the time I spent with you. I won't trade it for heaven or hell. He kisses her on the cheek and lets her go. She turns around and cuddles him. They hug affectionately as tears fill her eyes. Lillian, I love you, Mickey. You have no idea what I am going through. You hurt me. Her tears fall by her cheeks like rivers. They kiss passionately as if this could be the last time they are going to see each other. Int. Lillian's house, basement, day. Mickey is in the process of removing tiles from the floor at the basement. He removes one tile at a time. Mickey then pulls a bag out of the hole. He opens it, revealing bags of uncut cocaine and a Desert Eagle handgun. He grabs the Desert Eagle, checks the bullets, puts the gun on the back of his belt, and closes the bag. Int. Kitchen, day. Lillian lies on the floor unconscious, bleeding. She has slit her wrists. We see a kitchen knife, a medicine container and sleeping pills near her. Mickey walks into the kitchen, holding the bag, and sees her lifeless. Mickey, fuck. He drops the bag on the floor and runs to her aid. Mickey gives her CPR, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and chest compression. He checks her pulse. She is alive. Mickey quickly removes his shirt and cuts it into half to make bandages. He places them around her wrists safely. Mickey carries her and walks toward the direction of the camera. EXT Lillian's house, day. Diana stands next to the Mercedes, listening to music on her cell phone. Mickey comes to the car, carrying Lillian. Diana looks at them like what the fuck is that? Mickey, she cut her wrists. We have to take her to hospital. Diana opens the passenger door. The car doesn't have seat. Nobody is thinking straight. Mickey puts her in the passenger seat, walks around the car, gets behind the wheel, closes the door, and starts the Benz. He then sees Diana standing near the car. Mickey opens the door. Mickey, come on. Get in. He gives her his hand. She takes his hand. He places her on his lap. She puts her arms around him. He closes the door. They get onto the street and drive on the street of Mulholland Drive like mad heartbeats. Int. Benz, moving, day. Mickey, who is carrying on Diana, looks at Lillian. She is sleeping in beauty. Diana, why did she cut her wrists? Mickey, I don't know. Diana, what do you mean, you don't know? What did you say to her? Mickey, I didn't say anything to her. Diana, so, why did she cut her wrists? Mickey, she is crazy, baby. She also took sleeping pills. We have to take her to emergency room as soon as possible. Mickey steps on the gas and drives faster. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. EXT Benz, moving, day. An established shot of the Benz driving in Mulholland Drive. EXT UCLA Ronald Reagan Hospital, emergency room, day. An established shot of Ronald Reagan Hospital. Benz, day. Mickey, Diana, and Lillian come driving, and pull the car in front of the hospital, near the entrance. Mickey and Diana exit the car. Mickey walks around the Benz, opens the passenger door, carries Lillian out of the vehicle, and takes her to the hospital. Int. UCLA Ronald Reagan Hospital, lobby, day. Mickey, carrying Lillian, walks down to the lobby. He is taking her to the main emergency room. Diana is behind him. The security guard looks at them, but stands back when he sees Lillian's wrists covered with fabrics. Mickey, carrying Lillian, opens the emergency room door, and enters. Main emergency room. We see doctors and nurse moving up and down. Mickey, carrying Lillian, looks for help. A nurse comes to Lillian aid right away, followed by more doctors and nurses. They take her from Mickey's arms and place her on a medical stretcher. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. They quickly cut the bandages on her wrists that Mickey put, place new medical dressings on her wrists, and rush her to surgery room, doing everything they know to keep her alive. Mickey tells a nurse that she took sleeping pill as well. They should pump her stomach or do something. Int. ER, waiting room, day. Diana waits for Mickey. She looks concerned. Mickey opens ER door and come to the waiting room. Diana walks up to him. He approaches her. They cuddle affectionately. Diana wants to cry on his shoulder. It could have easily been her. She knows Mickey very well. He has a master on breaking girls' hearts without his knowledge. Perhaps, that's why she still loves him more than life itself. He doesn't hurt them in purpose. They talk without a sound between soft kisses. We don't hear what they are saying due to the music on the soundtrack. They then walk toward the camera, holding hands. Int. Devil Zone, Josie's condominium, night. Josie sits at coffee table with Nina. They are kissing. On the TVs, we see people getting steamy and dancing like there is no tomorrow. Then Mickey walks in with the bag. Josie looks at him. Josie, what's up? Mickey, nothing much. Josie taps Nina as Mickey puts the bag on the table. Nina gets up. Nina, hi. Mickey, hi. She gives him a kiss on the cheek. Nina, I owe you one. Mickey smiles politely. Nina walks away, leaving Mickey and Josie on top of the screen. Mickey sits on a sofa. Josie, watching TV. The Bible says, it's easier for a camel to squeeze through the eyes of a needle than a rich person to enter the kingdom of God. Mickey grabs a bottle of whiskey and pours the liquor in a glass. Mickey, it's easier for a lion to climb a tree than a poor man to go to hell. Josie, God works in a mysterious way. He passes the weed to Mickey. Mickey takes the weed, and puffs. Pan to, TV screens. We see all kind of people dancing, doing drugs, having the time of their life, etc. Out of nowhere comes Melissa without a drop of cloth, only wearing a red fishnet Victoria's Secret underwear that barely covers anything, sits on the sofa, and rests her head on Josie's lap. He caresses her hair tenderly. Then the pictures on the screens change to Mickey and Diana in seductive spell of passion. Film, sunset. Diana sits on the hood of a red Jaguar convertible. Mickey stands in front of her. They talk between soft kisses in romance. Mickey then seductively removes Diana's underwear and throws it away. It's similar to the sex that they had at the graveyard. She lies on her back. Mickey gives her a soft kiss on the vagina and begins to eat her out. She makes sexual sounds in passion. She pulls his hair as she reaches orgasm. Diana leans forward. They kiss French. She then begins to open his pant. Mickey removes his pant completely, throws it away, and gets between her legs. He kisses her lips deliciously and enters her as they begin to make love. They all watch it quietly. Josie, quoting Oscar Wilde, a dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. How is your sweetheart? Mickey, she is fine. Josie, she is something. Mickey looks at Diana on the screens. Mickey, you have only one life to fall in love and find out the main reason you had a meltdown. Maybe, you can't offer to act like a clown. Or tells jokes even though you don't want to see no girl frown. Yet, there is nothing more gratifying than to fall head over heels in love with a girl that loves to walk around in underwear, or perhaps likes to wear mini skirts, yet acts coyishly, tempts, seduces, and flirts. A girl that wears your shirts, to give your heart to the cradle of passion herself, and let her do whatever she pleases with your heartbeats till it hurts. To love her with intense feeling and acts upon your desire and instinct as if passion were verb instead of a noun, and she were the life in your heart, jewel in the crown, and the best thing that happened in the town. And to kiss her lips like the spell that she has bound under your skin, and turn the world upside down. However, wish she wouldn't be satisfied with that, and might say, leave that in the background. You would then kiss her French till she feels your wound, and her feet leave the ground, and make love to her till she is lost and found. She might think you are a freak. But she will understand why you are sick. Every time, you close your eyes or even blink, you see her face and the mark on her cheek. She is the reason your heart continues to tick. You think about her 7 days a week. And perhaps let her have it, make love to her till her heart stops beating with pure pleasure and intense orgasm, and you would hear no pulse, throbbing and neither pound, nor sound. Then give her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, revive her life, and tell her, maybe what goes around may not come around, but she makes you feel the luckiest man in the world, above all that is celestial, heavenly, and earthbound, and turns you on beyond anything that is gorgeous, alluring, thoughtful, and profound, as she were part of you responsible for the structure of your heart and soul to last chemical compound. Josie, keep your feet above the ground and float in the air. You're a living legend. Nina comes back with a briefcase that is filled with money, opens the case, and puts it on the table, in front of Mickey. She walks around the table and sits next to Josie. Mickey looks at the money, puffs the weed, and passes the weed to Nina. She takes the weed. Mickey closes the briefcase without counting it. Mickey, it is always better to do something good than bad. Or perhaps, sometimes, it is better to do bad than nothing at all. Nonetheless, whatever you do, you have to get a step ahead of the truth. Josie, talking about the truth is like talking about God, and talking about God is talking about yourself. I have opened my chest and see my heart. It's made of fire and typhoons, it is nothing but the devil wrapped with flesh and blood. Mickey, that's deep. But let me head out. It's nice to do business with you. Mickey grabs his whiskey and drinks everything in one breath. Int. Restaurant, night. A seductive 5-star restaurant. Alicia and Jimmy sit at a table with glasses of wines. Close up, Jimmy and Alicia. Jimmy seems lost somewhere, gazing at Alicia's eyes. Alicia, what's in your mind? Jimmy, Trim Castle in County Meath, Ireland. Alicia, what about it? He looks at her eyes tenderly. Jimmy, may the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields and, until we meet again, may God and the angels in heaven always be with you, and help the light they place in you shine forever. Alicia, that's nice. Jimmy, it's Irish proverb. Alicia, that's what I thought too, but I prefer another Irish proverb, may you be in heaven a full half hour before the devil knows you're dead. Jimmy, amen. There is a pause. She then. Alicia, I heard you once had a mental breakdown. Jimmy, it's Hollywood. Everybody goes through at least one mental breakdown. I mean, you can call it a mental breakdown or divine intervention. However, you see, when you try to prove yourself and the rest of the world that you're the best, you experience things that most regular people don't understand. Alicia, which is? Jimmy, you start hearing voices, feel the fire in hell consuming your heart, and see things that is not there. Your mind turns against you. The devil will test you. He will never give you peace. You lose control over things that you take for granted. Alicia, that is powerful. There is a pause. They take sips from their wines. Jimmy, do you believe it's in doing something good would add more chemistry to your heart than allowing a dark spirit to manifest in your soul, you know, to stir things up? Alicia, I doubt it if neither good nor bad has anything to do when it comes to sex. But love me, yet love me only for my eyes, for God who sees me when I see your eyes. They gaze at each other's eyes. He then. Jimmy, will you marry me? Out of nowhere appears a diamond ring on his hand. Alicia, sure. He places the ring on her ring finger. They get closer and kiss. Fade to black. Fade in. Montage, Bahamas. On the soundtrack, It's Ain't Over Till It's Over by Lenny Kravitz plays melodiously. EXT Beach, Day. Series of shots. A. We see Mickey chasing Diana on the beach. She is running toward the ocean. He catches her, carries her on his shoulder, and run to the water as they laugh in joy. He then puts her down. They kiss French. B. Diana and Mickey kiss in the middle of the ocean while swimming. EXT The Bahamas, Street, Day. Series of shots. A. Mickey and Diana walk down the street in a quiet neighborhood, enjoying each other company. She says something humorous, he says something romantic. We don't hear what they say due to the music on the soundtrack. She smiles in beauty. Mickey kisses her on the cheek. B. They walk in a busy market area. C. They check out clothes. Diana tries out a hat and shows it to Mickey. He tells her she looks beautiful. Nonetheless, she puts it back. They walk toward the direction of the camera, talking. D. They come to different section of the market and check out jewelries and necklaces. EXT Beach, Bar, late afternoon. Diana and Mickey sit at the bar, drinking glasses of Caribbean cocktails mixed with vodka. Mickey says something romantic. Diana smiles in beauty. She gets up from the stool, and comes between his legs. They talk between soft kisses. Mickey must have said something humorous. Diana smiles alluringly. They kiss French. EXT The Bahamas, Beach, Sunset. Diana and Mickey walk down the shoreline. He says something romantic to her. She hits him on the stomach playfully. They stand lips to lips, talk between soft kisses, and kiss French in twilight. EXT Bahamas Hotel, Mickey and Diana's room, night. Diana and Mickey make love with series cuts. It's beautiful, seductive, and passionate. EXT Bahamas Hotel, penthouse, bathtub, night. Mickey and Diana sit in a bathtub outside. He is behind. She is resting on his chest with close eyes. Mickey recites a poem down by her neck from memory. Mickey, there is no need for the stars and flowers to attend a session. Thou art the most beautiful girl in the world without a question. The sparkles of thy chromatic eyes make heaven seem silent and finite. The sweetness of thy succulent lips invite the stars from miles of height. Something in me wants to kiss your lips till love bites my heart like a witchcraft, plants a rose in my liver as if it were a graft, and passion bursts into my soul like a draught. The radiance of thy beautiful face lures tenderness sweeter than moonlight, it beams more splendid than the sun outright. And gives morning and dawn vision and insight. There is so much beauty in you. It's too good to be true. I feel like I am under the spell of voodoo. I dream about you all the time as if I didn't have better things to do. I might never get through. I go mad when you are sick at heart and want to do something foolish and bad. I am in high spirit when you are happy and dance like a girl who adores her mom and dad. A tear drops in my heart when you are sad. Yet, I was told unless you want to sweep a girl off her feet, and fall in love with passion, don't kiss a rose that is covered with dew. It's more powerful than love potion that is new. Sometimes, I think it's a sin to fall in love with a girl that makes heart blue, as if love were taboo. Yet, I look at you, and witness how your beautiful face glows in tenderness like a candle in heaven when you are in the mood for love. And how light innocently bursts through your cheeks when you smile in beauty, faithful as a dove. My heart can't help but want neither fight nor flight, as if white jasmines, roseate tulips, and pink roses caught on fire, and kissed my soul in bright daylight. And the softness of thy beautiful skin, defies heat and fever that angels produce day and night. I am head over heel in love with you, baby. Let your aura, fervor, and scent of femininity gust on my lips, and give me a kiss that is to die for. I will tell you a secret that opens every cell of your heart's door. And give you love that is more delicious than forevermore. Yet, when my heart thinks I couldn't love you any more than I have, like love at first sight, romance in candlelight, and kisses in twilight. The slightest breeze of your smile incites my blood, and ignites my soul with passion of delight. She smiles in beauty with close eyes. He kisses her shoulder. There is a silent moment. She then. Diana, her eyes remain closed. What was the movie that you guys were shooting? Mickey, beautiful sin of the heart. Diana, what's it about? Mickey, finding your way with love. He kisses her on the cheek. Diana, I heard it is about stealing God's soul and giving it to the devil, sort of a sequel to Pulp Fiction. Mickey, not at all. That's just rumor for getting people attention and marketing. It's a seductive tale about passion, love affair, and sacred feminine. Diana, what's sacred feminine? Mickey, the adoring, adulating and conviction in the mystical power of female beauty, sensuality, radiance, and eroticism. He kisses her on the shoulder. Mickey, and women through their gift of reproduction and sense of presence, are closer to deity than men. And she smiles softly with close eyes. He kisses her on the shoulder. Diana, and Mickey, and together they can create the greatest miracle possible, new life. Diana, that's interesting. Mickey, it is okay. But your heart is the most beautiful thing that you can depend on. And only the action that you take sets you apart from ordinary to extraordinary, run-of-the-mill to bewildering, and natural to supernatural. She smiles in beauty. He kisses her on the shoulder. There is a silent moment. She then. Diana, softly Mickey. Mickey, what is it, sweetheart? She opens her eyes. Diana, kids. Mickey, what about them? Diana, I want one. There is a pause. Mickey, a boy or a girl? Diana, it doesn't really matter. There is a pause. Diana, I have always wanted a boy, because I am a girl. But if I give birth to a girl, I will give her my life. Mickey, I will give her my life too. He kisses her on the cheek. There is a silent moment. She then. Diana, what about you, do you want a boy, or a girl? Mickey, it doesn't really matter. If it's a boy, I'll teach him how to draw. He will paint you whenever you feel beautiful, content, and happy. And if she is a girl, let her be as beautiful as you. I leave my heart only for you two forever and ever. She smiles in beauty. He kisses on the shoulder. On the soundtrack, Let's Stay Together by Al Green plays melodiously. Diana turns around. They kiss French. Int. Penthouse, bedroom, morning. Mickey sleeps cuddling Diana next to his heart. Everything is in white as if they were in heaven. Then Diana opens her eyes, and kisses him on the cheek. She then maneuvers her hand by his private part under the bedsheet. Mickey smiles softly with close eyes. She gives him a soft kiss on the lips. She leans, gazing at his closed eyes. Diana, Mickey. Mickey, with close eyes, what's it, sweetheart? Diana, have you ever felt sure about anything in your life? He opens his eyes. Mickey, softly, like what? Diana, humorously, do you really love me? Mickey, with every beat of my heart. He cuddles her and kisses her. She kisses him. They kiss more intimately. Diana then seductively parts her lips, gets on top of him, and begins to unbutton her shirts. She opens the first two buttons as Mickey assists her, opening the last button, revealing her beautiful breasts. Diana gets closer to his lips. They kiss more seductively as they begin to make love. Close up, Diana. She slowly rides him up and down, cowgirl style. Then out of nowhere comes Josie in a white outfit with a shotgun, and shoots Diana in the heart through her breast bow. Just as she turns around, blowing her on Mickey's arm. Mickey cradles Diana with the deepest grief known to humankind as Diana drenches in blood. Mickey's heart stops ice cold. She is still alive, tries her best to say a word. However, only blood leaves from her mouth like bleeding love. Mickey's eyes are filled with tears. Somehow, she manages to speak. Diana, Mickey. He looks at her with a sword deep in his heart. Mickey, tears in his eyes, softly, what is it, love? Diana, just kiss me. A dagger deep into his soul. He kisses her. She stops breathing. Josie watches them without guilt. Mickey parts his lips as his tears fall on Diana's face. He closes his eyes. Tears continue to pour out of his heart. Josie, I'm sorry, Mickey. I like you, but you must die. Josie lifts the shotgun, and shoots Mickey in the chest. His heart explodes. Bow. Int. Divian Hotel, bedroom, morning. Mickey wakes up from his sleep. He looks at Diana, who is sleeping on his arm. He is happy. It was only a nightmare. Diana, are you okay, baby? He couldn't believe that she is alive. He kisses her on the lips fervently. She kisses him from the bottom of heart. They kiss more passionately. Diana, what's it? Mickey, I just had one of the worst nightmares ever. Diana, what's it about? Mickey, I'll tell you when I remember everything. He kisses her. They kiss more intimately. Mickey parts his lips. Mickey, put your cloth on. We must go. Diana, why is that? Mickey, it's not safe. They kiss French. They get up. She puts on a seductive mini-skirt. Mickey puts his pant, grabs the bag that has money, and puts it on the bed. He opens the bag, takes out 2 Desert Eagles, and places them in his belt. Diana, why are you carrying guns? Mickey, they are not guns, sweetheart. They are desert eagles. Diana, why are you carrying them? Mickey, they're coming after us. Diana, who? Mickey, the bad guys. On the soundtracks, Beat It by Michael Jackson plays melodiously. EXT Divian Hotel, Day. We see 5 of the deadliest hitmen, Raphael, Lena, Ziggy, Raven, and Reno, standing outside with Josie and Nina near the water fountain. They are all wearing white tuxedos, and sunglasses except Nina. She is wearing a beautiful light blue gown. The hotel is made out rock like old castle, villa style. Josie and Nina kiss lasciviously. Raphael and Lena split, head to the opposite side of the round stairs where Mickey and Diana is at. Raphael and Lena come and stand at the door, room 208. Then hell of bullets comes out of Mickey's room, pass through the door, hit both Raphael and Lena bow. 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 Jerking Raphael and Lena's bodies like action gone wild. They fall 1 floor down and die on the ground. Josie stops kissing Nina, looks at Raphael and Lena where they lie dead. Int. Room 208, Day. Mickey puts one of the desert eagles in his belt, holds Diana's hand. Mickey, I will kill all of them before they touch you. They kiss French. EXT Divian Hotel, Day. Mickey and Diana comes out the room and look at Josie and his wildcats. Mickey, to Josie, here is your fucking money. Mickey throws the money, emptying the bag. Dollar bills float in the air. Mickey, I will kill each one of you if you don't leave in peace. Josie gives Raven a sign to fire at them. She holds her machine gun up and fires at them with style. Mickey holds Diana. They duck by light frame wall made from rock. Mickey fires at them back. They hide. Mickey reloads his gun and holds Diana's hand. They walk into the lobby at floor 2. Int. Divine Hotel, Lobby 2, Day. It seems patrons and employees in the hotel have evacuated the place. There is no soul in the hotel. Close up, Diana and Mickey. Diana, what are we going to do? Mickey, I'll kill all of them. They kiss. He holds her hand, and walks to the cafeteria. Cafeteria, Day. Nobody is there except Mickey and Diana, who just walk in. Then out of nowhere comes Ziggy at the other end of the door and fires at Mickey. The bullet comes straight at Mickey, and hits him on the cheek. He goes down on the floor. Diana stands frozen, looking at Ziggy. He is a bloodthirsty killer. He doesn't know mercy. Ziggy takes a step toward her to shoot her. Then Mickey comes out of dead, spins, shoots Ziggy 3 times in the chest. Ziggy falls on the floor and dies at the spot. Diana sits down next to Mickey, who is at the floor with bloody cheek. Diana, you're okay, baby. Mickey, I'll be fine. He didn't touch me. She takes out her shirt. Diana, your cheek is bleeding. She holds his cheek with her shirt to stop the bleeding. He pushes the shirt away from his cheek politely, and gets up. Mickey, it's only scratch, sweetheart. We'll take care of it later. He gives her soft kiss on the lips, and holds her hand. Mickey, come on. Diana quickly grabs Ziggy's gun. They move down the cafeteria. EXT Divine Hotel, Pub, Day. Mickey and Diana step out the cafeteria. Out of nowhere comes Reno, grabs Diana behind and points his gun at Mickey point blank. Mickey points his gun at him back. Mexico standoff. At the same times, Raven comes at the other side and points her gun at Mickey's face. Raven, drop your fucking gun or I'll blow your head. Reno points his gun at Diana as Mickey thinks twice. Mickey then drops his gun. EXT Divine Hotel, Water Fountain, Day. Reno and Raven escort Diana and Mickey to Josie, pointing their guns at them. Josie, what's up, Mickey? It's good to see you. Mickey says nothing. Josie, beside doing all of your stunts, I heard that you know few martial arts. Mickey remains quiet. Josie approaches Diana. Josie, you know you're my heroine? He caresses her cheek with his gun. She turns her face away. Mickey, don't fucking touch her. Reno and Raven press their guns on Mickey and Diana's heads. Josie gives both Reno and Raven a sign to leave Mickey and Diana alone. Reno and Raven take few steps back, and stand behind Mickey and Diana. Josie walks to the water fountain and looks at Mickey. Josie, I'll make it fair. Josie shoots Raven in the forehead. As Reno turns, Nina blows his head off with her shotgun at close range. Mickey and Diana stand frozen. Nina then points her gun at Diana. Josie empties the entire bullet out of his gun, except one, and throws the bullets in the water fountain. He then puts his gun on the fountain, takes his jacket off, and drops it on the floor. Josie, to Mickey, we will fight it out to the death like gladiators. Or she'll die next. I will bury the last bullet in her brain. Nina pulls Diana's hair and points the gun at her temple. Mickey takes off his shirt and stands with his muscle shirt to fight. On the soundtrack, Beat It by Michael Jackson plays melodiously. Then Mickey and Josie go at it with style. After a well-scripted fight which almost seems a draw fight, Mickey gets a break as Josie makes a mistake, throwing wild right hook. Mickey ducks, and catches Josie on the jaw with side uppercut. Josie goes down. His head hits the cement pavement of the water fountain. Josie lies seemingly dead with heavy concoction. Diana quickly turns around and holds the shotgun from Nina's hand. They struggle to take the gun like two furious cats. Meanwhile, Mickey grabs Josie's gun from the fountain. Diana and Nina continue to fight to get control of the shotgun. Then a shot goes off. We don't know who got shot. They both stand still. Then Nina slowly goes down and dies with a bullet hole in her belly. Diana drops the shotgun. Mickey walks toward Diana with all his instinct. She approaches him. They cuddle and kiss feverishly. Close up, Diana and Mickey. They kiss more passionately. Mickey parts their lips. Mickey sees something in the reflection of Diana's eyes. Josie takes out a gun from his coat and gets set to fire at Mickey. Diana says, "Watch out." In slow motion. Mickey just turns his hand and shoots Josie between his eyes without looking. Diana looks at Mickey in astonishment. They kiss more lusciously with style. On the soundtrack, music plays melodiously. Then out of nowhere appear a bride in wedding gown and a groom in tuxedo driving a black Mercedes convertible. They pull their car near the water fountain. Mickey and Diana part their lips and look at them. Mickey, do you want to get married? Diana, yes, I do. They kiss more intimately. EXT/int. Mercedes convertible, moving, day. Mickey, who is wearing a tuxedo, and Diana, who is wearing a wedding gown, drive in the middle of nowhere. He is behind the wheel. She is in the passenger seat. EXT Divian Hotel, water fountain, morning. The bride and the groom stand in underwear and shirts, holding a lot of cashes. They must have sold their car and clothes to Mickey and Diana for a lot of money. They seem happy. EXT/int. Convertible, moving, day. Mickey looks at Diana, who is resting her head next to his heart. She catches his eyes. Diana then gets closer and kisses him as he continues to drive. The car wobbles off the lane. Convertible Mercedes, sunset. Mickey pulls the car in the middle of the road and puts emergency light as she sits on his lap. Mickey and Diana kiss French. Diana, what do you like the most about me? Mickey, your sexy eyes. Diana, what about them? Mickey, they are intoxicating like two lakes in paradise, filled with gin, vodka, holy water, and true love without a taint, where green birds and blue butterflies come to quench their thirst till their hearts faint. They make me feel euphoric, and at the same time, helpless like a saint that uses his own blood to paint. They inspire a love affair. Meanwhile, they are a perfect example of everything that is beautiful, seductive, radiant, and rare. Sometimes, when I look at your eyes, I don't know the difference between sexy and right. I feel high and dry like a poet, who is in love with a femme fatale in limelight. However, I want to cry and sigh like a wizard who kissed an enchantress that cast spell in a bright daylight. My head is always inside cloud nine, dreaming about everything that is mysterious, exotic, and quaint. But my feet are left dangling in the air, as if I kicked away the ladder. Not only have I made zero complaint, but I also digest fever with my gallbladder. Honestly, why shouldn't I care? This is not truth or dare. I swear I can neither feel my heartbeat, nor breathe whenever I feel the heat. Thorns have grown in my lungs, which I can't bear, as if I fell in love with a girl who plays unfair. Diana, that is seductive. They exchange soft kisses. Diana, what else do you like the most about me? Mickey, your lips. They exchange soft kisses. Diana, what about them? Mickey, they are sweet as roses and tulips in May. It is like quantum retrocausality in its heyday, when the future, or the present affects the past. And give shapes to flowers Monday to Sunday. Kiss would have never invented if it weren't for your lips to bind spell night and day. And everything they do it their way. Moreover, your lips are the fountain of fever and passion. I can kiss them till my liver sets on fire, and turns into a rose that is covered with dew droplets and ashen, wear your love around my soul more painful, than crown of thorns that Christ wears around his heart, and stigmata that saints bear on their heads, backs, feet, and hands, as if it were fashion. Diana, that is sexy. They kiss French. Diana, what else do you like about me? Mickey, your smile and beautiful face. Diana, what about them? Mickey, first, nothing comes close to your smile. Every time I look at you, even from a mile, I get lost in my soul for a while. Not only is it a compliment to your beautiful face, but it also adds flavor to your sexy eyes, delicious lips, and sense of style. Yet, your face is the exact replica of my heart. If you don't believe me, you can look at the medical chart. I love you so much. I don't know where to start. I feel the butterfly in my belly eating my soul like a tart. Moreover, you put me in a trance. I can't help but take a chance, to take you for my soulmate to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in doubt and faith, to find ourselves in the mood for romance, in sickness, and health, to sing and dance. In conflict and harmony, to seduce you, saying, mine grace of truth, let my heart glorify you in war, and my lips caress your lips in peace, till you feel tickling around your waist and hips. And allow my one and only love to kiss your belly in bliss, and breeze on your soul in ease. In pain and joy, to fall head over heels in love with thee, more and more, each second, minute, hour, day, and night, and to adore you increasingly, to cherish you beyond science, religion, chemistry, and art, in fear and courage, to keep you in my heart forever and ever, above everything that bleeds, breathes, appears to be beautiful, thinks intelligent, and acts smart, until French kiss do us part. She smiles in beauty. Diana, you are super romantic. He smiles softly. They kiss French. Close up, Diana and Mickey. They kiss more intimately. The end.